Ox! Ox!
Oh, there's a cut.
It's like we're in a library. That's from Don Hoffman. That's Jackson's favorite guy.
Cut.
I'll leave it at the 4.
Joan Wandersey's birthday was last week.
Who the hell is Joan Wandersey?
She DM'd me.
Remember Old Warson?
She DM'd me and said, thank you for the birthday wish. She goes, I hear I'm still pretty popular on the show. I said, yeah. She doesn't listen, but other people do. And
Jane Wandersey is
Gail Volva.
Joan Wandersey.
She's pretty popular on this show.
You talk about her. I talk about her quite a bit.
Who is she?
She was my first grade school girlfriend.
Joan Wandersey.
I've never heard of this girl.
I haven't heard that name either. I remember.
We've talked about her a lot.
Gail Volva, sure.
I've heard Gail.
Well, you don't even have the name right. It's Hulva.
Oh.
Yeah.
Gail Volva is very popular on
Laura
the show,
Patterson.
but nobody even knows Hulva,
Yeah, I remember
which is her real name.
Laura Patterson.
And who did Gail Volva date in high school?
Butch Wax.
John Hamm.
Chris Bird.
Chris Bird. Who?
We playing trivia with people we don't know.
Well, I've mentioned Chris Bird many times, who's now living in the U.S. Virgin
You think we remembered Chris Bird because you mentioned...
Rest in peace. I ride for Craig Bickle, or I don't ride at all.
Cut.
5.
Jesus, I hear typing. Ox! Figure it out. 2 weeks in a row of this.
Yeah.
Ox! Stoned, Ox boy! Figure it out! You have one GD job! One GD job! One GD job! Well done, fellas! One GD job! One GD job!
This is in 45 seconds of the
I just hear giggles and breathing. How is this so difficult? One GD job! One GD job!
Oh, God.
Look,
Do better! It's not on! My God!
Ox.
do
Oh, for the
better.
love of Pete! Do your job!
The do
It's like
I
better.
can't believe he was ever furloughed.
Cut.
6.
So therefore, you are uncuckable.
I'm uncuckable if there's nobody in
so.
that bed that I'm related to as far as girlfriend, wife, whatever. I can't be cucked.
You can be cucked.
No,
if you're
not
going
if,
out with a girl and somebody steals them in mid-date, you've been cucked, my friend.
I just said I'm not dating
Straight up
anybody in that bed. If it's just 3 women that are part of Beer Cat's story, I'm not dating any of them. I'm not married to any of them. If they let me watch them tribbing and they start making fun of me, I'm not getting cucked because I don't know any of them.
Yeah, she going, if they're looking at you saying, this is why we don't need guys, you guys are all small and don't know what you're doing, dude. You're getting caught.
No, that's
That
just
hurts.
That's just being mean. It's not. I'm not being.
But that's a cuck. then,
That's
isn't
what
it?
cucking's all about.
Lousy. I hate that hat.
Oh,
Am I cucking you?
Yes. Oh, gosh.
Well,
I'm
yeah,
sorry,
if
Plowsy.
you're pleasuring another gentleman while you're telling me
I'm
that
not
you hate
pleasuring
my hat.
anybody. I'm just sitting there.
But no, I know. But in this situation that we're talking about, there are 2 girls scissoring, making fun of you, and why they don't need a guy. That's
You've
a
been
cuck.
cucked, my friend.
But I'm not related to any of them. I'm not dating any of them. I'm not married. I'm not a significant other of any of them.
I think you're getting cucked.
You are Elliot Ness and
I
Ian
don't think that's.
Cuckles.
I don't think that's.
Sean
I don't
Connery.
believe
Good or
that's
bad?
Good.
And those were the cuts of the week.
Hello, it's Jackson for Rosalita's. TMA listeners know that Rosalita's Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalita's is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalita's has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, and let Rosalita's cater your next event. Check out rosalitascantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalita's.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I'm here with a great sponsor on TMA, and that is the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. But here is the thing. You hear injury law and you go, okay, well, that's all they do. But that is not necessarily the case.
Yeah, Tim, we also do workers' compensation cases, and those are obviously cases that comes from someone getting hurt while at work. But these cases are actually kind of tricky because workers' compensation cases are governed by their own set of laws, and they can be difficult to navigate. There's a lot of things people don't know. For instance, all your medical treatment has to be provided by your employer, and there's 2 different kinds of payments you need to be concerned about in a work comp case. One type is just getting paid for the time that you can't work, and the other is a settlement for the permanent injury that you have, which factors in various elements of your case, such as what body part and how severe it is. And this is where you need a knowledgeable work comp attorney to help you maximize your settlement. The insurance companies don't negotiate fair in these cases and don't settle for less if you're hurt at work. Visit our website or Google Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisement.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. If you're like most folks, you probably added some credit card debt over the summer. Vacations, projects around the house. Heck, just living costs an arm and a leg these days. Have you thought about a cash out refinance? Maybe you think that mortgage rates are too high. Take a look at those credit cards. Most of them are in the 20% range. With a cash out refinance, you can pay off your credit cards, save hundreds of dollars a month, and when mortgage interest rates come down, we will refinance your loan with no lender fees to save you even more money. And it doesn't stop there. If you're thinking about buying a new home, we've got you covered. Don't let today's mortgage rates be the reason that you don't make the move. Home prices have really started to come down, and there's some great deals out there. We already have some of the lowest rates in town. And when they drop, we will refinance your loan with no lender fees to get that payment nice and low. Get all your questions answered and get started on your new life today. TheHomeLoanExpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day. Want to play golf with Tim McKernan? Go to the TMA app for a chance to win a round of golf for you and a guest at Norwood Hills Country Club to play with Tim McKernan Monday, September 11th, the day after the Ascension Charity Classic Tournament. And if you win, you'll get Ascension Charity Classic swag with lunch and drinks included on the course. Don't miss your chance to play golf with Tim McKernan. Find out more on the TMA app or at TMASTL.com. Rise and shine, St. Louis. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on KPN-TFM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. At the Morning After STL on YouTube and on TMASTL.com with Tim McKernan, Doug Vaughn, Iggy Strode, The Plowboy, and Action Jackson.
7:07 in St. Louis. You're listening to the Ryan Kelly Morning After. Welcome in, friends, to the Michelob Ultra Studios. It is the Munganess, St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota 7 o'clock hour. Timothy Michael McKernan, Douglas Elvin Vaughn, Kenneth Iggy Strode. Action Jackson is on the ones and the twos for the vacationing Plowhawk. And does that mean KG in O-Town is here?
Yeah.
He's in the Horton Watkins studios that are today the Seckman studios?
Indeed, indeed.
Morning, KG in O-Town.
Morning, boys. Good to be back.
Nice. You here for the full 3 hours?
Yep, I got it. I'll be here all day today.
What about tomorrow?
Tomorrow I'll have to leave right after the show, but yeah, I should be there for all 3 segments.
Nice.
Huh.
There it is.
Sounds full-time almost.
January 1, 2, 3, whatever our first day is in January. That's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm pushing for.
Yeah.
Yep, counting down the days. Happy New Year to me.
Nice.
Huh. Well, that's wonderful.
Doug, I was watching Sports Center this morning, as I'm one to do while I read up for the myriad of show prep notes that we have. And I've noticed that you may say that that week in between the All-Star game and the next baseball game is the valley in the St. Louis sports calendar and the national sports calendar. But dear me, oh my, they clearly are struggling at ESPN. They led with Messi, and I understand it's Messi, but, you know, it is Inter Miami, which, if I'm not mistaken, is the worst team in MLS. And then they just pivoted into a couple
football camps.
There was some football camp stuff, you are correct. Baseball games that they weren't real passionate about, and then just WNBA, Bill.
Oh, God.
Geez.
And then I went to the sports page of the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, and now that the trade deadline is over, we're talking about Dakota Hudson taking each start as an opportunity and trying not to look ahead. And Doug?
These are trying times.
Because we won't have Cardinal baseball to bridge us to Fight Tiger.
Hockey.
Yeah.
Blues hockey. Fortunately, this show is a porn show, so it doesn't matter.
Right. We don't.
But for me and Jackson, hardcore sports. I'm talking about the boys.
I always say that when people ask me, and I'll say, we don't talk a lot of sports, we talk a lot of porn. We really don't.
That was a thing I don't know if it's really attached to us anymore.
Yeah. I still say it, but we don't talk a lot of porn.
But during my free agency, one of the things that one of the outlets said to me is, now, if you come here, you can't have all the porn stars in studio. And I go, well, won't be a problem because I don't think it's happened in a decade. But hey, if that's what you think of me.
It's attached to us.
You can text in your thoughts on porn, 314-881-TMA5. That is the EDF Group text inbox. You are also welcome to email in for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. Buck Swope got a win yesterday. He did. He is tied right now with I'm a Girl Who Only Likes Boys. So for the August month of the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today, we were off to a really nice start. Fun to see. And don't forget, I heard the commercial here leading into today's presentation. We have the TMA STL app contest. So if you haven't downloaded the app, first off, why?
Would make a world of sense to do as much.
Everything is there. But you can tee it up on the Ascension Charity Classic Tournament course a day after the PGA Tour Champions. That's Norwood Hills. Enter on the TMA STL app for a chance to win a round of golf for you and up to 2 guests at Norwood Hills to play with, now Doug says, this is what the copy says, the one and only Tim McKernan.
Oh,
and if you don't have any friends, you can ask Jackson and Doug to play.
Oh, yeah. Be fun.
Yeah.
Get a scotch game going. Play the big game.
Yeah, so you don't have to have 2
$4 a point. Jackson's played it. He's a seasoned veteran at this point. Have you ever lost in that?
No.
I bring Jackson out. I profit.
I'm a little cash cow over here, Doug.
Oh, for heaven's sakes. I don't know if you...
He's playing, I believe, as a 7 or 8 right now, so he might be.
Yeah, you might want to stay away from me for a little bit.
Winners will receive Ascension Charity Classic swag with lunch and drinks included on the course. Iggy, you are not eligible because of the shoulder?
Yeah, I mean, I'll go out and hit balls. I said I've only played once this year, and I have. I played 9 holes with Cletus. But I've been out on the course 4 or 5 times, and I'll just go out and I don't keep score. I'll hit like 3 tee shots. I had a couple from the fairway. So I'm basically out there practicing.
Where do you do this? It just sounds like you're roaming the course.
In Normandy.
And aren't there other people out there playing?
If there's nobody behind me, I'll hit 2 or 3 shots.
Get working.
Yeah. So I'm not really keeping score. But then I get done playing and I go to, my shoulder hurts.
Really? That sucks, man. I hate to hear that.
Well, maybe you need some physical therapy on the shoulder.
Maybe just go see a orthopedic guy. Maybe I can get a shot or...
Cortisone, baby, cortisone.
Maybe some kind of cream I can put on that.
Well, have you had a doctor take a look at it?
That's a great question, Doug.
No, because I had one, and he said it was tendonitis. And tendonitis is just, you just rest it. You just don't, it's almost like arthritis. You just kind of rest it. And so I have, but it doesn't kill me. But it hurts a little bit after I play a little bit.
Yeah. Well, maybe some therapy would help.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe I just get one of those. I gave mine to my niece, but remember, I think it was like 3 years ago, Tim, at the member guest.
Doug, do you remember 3 years ago at the member?
No,
they have a fly in this tiny little studio, and it's going to torture me.
It just flew right by me.
On top of the Budweiser.
That's on Iggy's. It's on Iggy's coffee, Doug.
Oh,
bam, gerbil.
Yep.
But they always give you something nice.
Cage, Tom, can you come in here and try and kill this fly?
Yep, I'm on it.
I think
it'll be good video too. Watch on YouTube.
I think 2 years. The second year I played with some luggage. The year before that was like a massager. It was like a handheld massager.
Hitachi Magic Wand usually gets them there within like 20 seconds if they know where to put it.
You just hold it and kind of massages. But I gave that to my niece. Or I'd use that just once a day, just kind of put it on my shoulder and just kind of massage it. Either way.
Bizarre.
No, I'm not playing a lot of golf this year.
well, you got great health insurance here. You ought to take advantage of it and see a doctor.
Yeah, I'm just going to see an orthopedic, see what he can do.
Harrison's brother Master is taking a look at your gin right now, and he says, according to your gin, you haven't broken 103 of your last 4 rounds. Leave the golf talk to Tim and give up the game. That's from Harrison's brother Master.
Well, if you want to look where I played, I think it was Norwood. I think it was Belle Reve. And
how'd you get on to Belle Reve?
You played, didn't you? That's where we had Stan the caddy.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with Iggy's club selection.
No, I wasn't there that day.
Plowhawks line on 12.
And I think I might have shot 100 out at Normandy. I don't know. Well, I'm not that good. I don't brag about being a good golfer.
It'd be easy to shoot 100 at Belle Reve.
I almost
count them all.
Well, we had a bet that I was going to break 100, and I needed a bogey in the last hole.
Is that right? Is that what the bet? I remember we did have a bet.
Yeah.
Did you bet like audience members? Or
I think so. They were going to donate to the Megan Meyer Foundation if I... broke 100, and I needed a bogey in the last hole.
Well, how'd you do?
I was in the fairway in 2.
You got nervous again on the green?
No, I had...
On what hole?
18. Remember, that's the one I put in the bunker.
Why is being in the fairway too like a good thing?
Well, I was in the rough and I laid up short like 100 yards or so, or 140, something like that.
Right, and that's when Stan said 7 and you said 8, and then you club twirled it, and Stan was shaking his head while you were club twirling.
It was short.
And now he texts into the show.
So I needed to get on the green and 2-putt for a bogey. Shoot 99. I put it in the bunker and couldn't get up and down.
And to shut her down, Doug. Ball in pocket.
That's a nice hole, Bill.
So 100 on the button.
I bet that KG does a great job of exterminating the studio. Just another positive aspect to this 5-tool player. That's from Manute Bowl eligible.
5-tool, he can also kill insects. That's one of the tools in the radio business.
Yep. If we, when I'm out barbecuing, Doug, and 3 of the last 4 nights, I think I have been on my Weber kettle.
Really?
It's a lot of charcoal.
It is a lot of charcoal. You're right. My boys will come out there and we'll be messing around. Boy, if they leave the door open and a fly comes in, that just puts me on tilt.
Really?
I hate when a fly gets in the house, and then I become consumed with it, and I must take it out.
Oh.
So now to have one in the studio, why, this is Dante's Inferno.
Same with me. Like if I leave food out that, if you cook fish, you're supposed to let it get room temperature, so you let it sit out for 30 minutes. So I put it on the countertop, let it, get room temperature, and there's a fly or 2 in there. Never fails. I come back, the fly's sitting right on the fish.
I had a fly infestation in the backyard about 3 years ago. I don't know why. All of a sudden, we were just bombarded with flies. And they sell this little bag mixture. I don't know what the chemical is that's inside of it, but it's a bag. You hang it from something outside, and the bag is maybe the size of a football or less. And I mean to tell you, we must have captured 10,000 flies. They were coming from all over the Midwest to dive into this mixture. I had so many thousands of flies you could smell the darn thing. Ugh. But you talk about effective. Yeah. Holy smoke. They just dive
What is the name of this product? I want it.
Dive right into it. But you got to be ready to have it to get every fly in the neighborhood.
Don't give a damn. I want it.
I'll see if I can get the brand name when I go
To the smell? Can you put it in your house just in case you get some flies?
I don't think you'd want it in your house. It doesn't smell bad, but after you get 10, 15,000 flies in there, it starts
You really
to
think that was about the round number?
Oh, yeah, you couldn't even see the water after a while.
Really?
Yeah. Or whatever the chemical was that was in there. Oh, God, it gets them.
Nate in Tallahassee, very active in the YouTube chat. Nobody's interacting with him, but it's good to see Nate in there, Doug. Sometimes a reputation follows you, Tim. I guess this is in reference to Porn Stars and Studios. Letterman never lived down kicking those NBC executives out of a Christmas party. You ever heard that story? I never heard that story.
Why would he do that?
I don't know.
I never heard that.
Hey, Tim, I hate flies, too. I'm just like you, Tim. Notice me, Tim. That's Nate in Tallahassee.
I don't know anybody that likes flies, except for birds.
Yeah, they don't live that long, a week or so, I think.
Yeah.
I get these little moths. They almost look like lightning bugs, the same width of them.
Yeah.
But they're moths, and they, I guess at night they want to go to sleep on the siding of my breezeway.
Oh yeah.
And so I go out there and smoke in the morning when I get up. And there's like 5 or 6 of them every morning, and these sparrows just come in and they just pick them off the thing.
Oh.
They just fly up and hover. And
nice eating, huh?
and they just take one, but they can't chew the thing. I see them just sitting there with the whole thing in their mouth, and they can't chew the thing.
Well, they don't have teeth, do they?
Well, it's just fun to watch these sparrows just picking off these moths every morning. And this morning I saved some lives. I said, I know these birds are going to come out and eat these moths, so I just chased them off.
No, did you?
Doug, is this what it is here? Somebody sent an image of the outdoor disposable fly trap.
That's what it looks like.
There it is?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Can you order? Go get that thing.
They just crawl right in there.
Is that right?
Yeah. You got to be ready to have a lot of them.
Fine. Great. Shouts out to our sweet Virgin Prince for bringing back the vibrator drop. He is our hero. That's from Brian Hinchin.
Folks like the vibrator drop? I'm a fan.
Yeah, what was that? Was that when we were interviewing Chasey Lane and
somebody that went off in the background?
Yeah.
Was that it right there?
Sure wasn't Larry?
Literally every time I pick up the phone from Larry, I hear this.
Why?
I think it was Larry. That's the same sound he used to do. He may still do them. His Monday Night Raw preview shows where Kevin Miller would get in there and tell him to take his top off and he'd start yelling.
Oh.
But you always hear that in the background.
Hey, KG, is your brown canal sore this morning from a night in Lix's minivan that's from the Warson Woods Wacko?
Gosh.
Yeah, Wacko. Licks gaped me in a minivan.
Oh.
Wow. I like that.
Could be a good start to our Vegas trip.
Odd little text.
So when do you guys leave? 2 weeks from today?
Yeah, 23rd.
Wow, Billy.
Have you laid out your clothes yet?
Yeah.
I started.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get some more Vegas wares.
Don't say wares.
Well,
Where y'all fit have died.
What does Vegas wear? A couple of polos and some shorts.
yeah. Well, probably some
It's gonna be a
long
little-
pant.
It's going to be a little hot.
Oh, you going club?
Might dabble.
You can't wear shorts in a club. can
Never.
you?
Can't go out wearing shorts. Gotta wear long pants.
Yeah.
I don't know where we're gonna dine. So many options, you know.
Do you like sushi? I don't want to force Kabuto on you. I feel like once at least every 2 weeks, maybe more, somebody will be heading to Las Vegas and like, hey, I've heard you talk about that sushi restaurant that you say is better than anything you've ever had. And I will send them the name, Kabuto, Kabuto. But you got to get a reservation.
Yeah. So here's my thing on sushi.
Yeah,
is
because there's only like room for 10 people in the thing.
I think I like Americanized sushi a little bit more. My palate isn't developed enough yet. So like more authentic sushi.
Does a palate
probably.
develop as a gentleman ages? Is that
I
the way
would
it works?
imagine.
Doug, is that accurate?
Mature.
I found
Mature.
that I'll eat anything in my old age.
Really?
That maybe it's my taste buds aren't as sensitive now.
Uh-huh.
So food that I used to just really hate, like mostly vegetables, now I love it. It's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah. So I think maybe as my palate develops, but also if I'm gonna spend a check on some on a food item, you know, on a dinner.
You're writing checks now for your dinner?
No, just a euphemism. But like if I'm
Okay.
gonna spend some money, I'd rather spend it on like a steak.
Oh.
You know?
Got a good steakhouse for us out there.
Well, there are a number of
Yeah,
them.
there's not many out there.
The Golden
Good choice.
Steer.
The Golden Steer. Never heard of it.
Yeah.
I like that Delmonico over at the Venetian Palazzo Tower.
Okay.
And I like the veal at Sinatra.
I like veal a lot.
They probably got a Bonanza or Ponderosa out there, don't they?
Yeah. Well, I'm trying to get some. I know In-N-Out's gonna be like one of the
I mean, to me, this is all covered by Hubbard Radio. So you can come back with a couple $1,000s in meals, and they'll just be like, "Oh, here's your check. It's expense."
Yeah.
Yeah, try that. See how that goes.
You can check Kraft Steakhouse. I don't know if Randall still works there or not.
Doug, does he still work there?
He was there when I was there.
Yeah.
And they brought the menu, and on the menu it said free dotem on it.
Really?
How happy did that make you?
It didn't make me happy at all.
Yeah, if you want a good steak, go to Kraft.
These two ghostly twinks will be in their hotel rooms by 8:45 every night with their, quote, club clothes on while watching TV. That's from Wedding Tackle. He doesn't have high expectations.
Yeah. Why are people down? Like, why are they hating?
Yeah.
What will you wear as club clothes?
Long pant, maybe some denim, relaxed
Jeans?
denim.
Oh, relaxed.
Yeah. And then I got some shirts. I don't know what you want for. Like, do you want like the whole breakdown?
Yeah.
I'm going ankles out.
What does
Yeah.
that mean?
The short pants.
Oh, that looks horrible. You look like Pee Wee Herman.
May he rest in peace.
The NHL guys look good doing it.
No, they don't look good. They look stupid.
Well, Doug, in all defense, we're not trying to woo you. You know.
Yeah, speak for
I don't care what age. It looks stupid. I wore stuff when I was in my 20s, and I looked stupid at the time.
The leisure suit.
Well, I wore that a couple times. It was canary yellow.
I would have
with a brown silk shirt underneath it.
I would have taken a run at you in that thing.
Well,
I'll bring my Cam Newton hat.
A lot of golfers are wearing the ankle pants now.
Yeah, joggers.
It
They look
just
good.
looks horrendous. It looks horrendous. Give it a few years, you'll look back and you'll say, what in the world were we doing? I mean, you look like Pee Wee Herman when you dress like that.
Pee Wee Herman had style.
He didn't have style.
He was ahead of his
People
time.
laughed at him
He
because
was.
of the way he was dressed.
He was legitimately ahead of his time.
That was part of the comedic value of it because he looked so stupid. And when you wear pants that hit you in the mid ankles or the shin bone, you look stupid.
I disagree, Doug.
Hey, Jambi. I can't do Pee Wee Herman.
I don't know what was going on there.
No, I'll wear long pants. They might be cropped. I don't know. And then some sort of going out shirt. I don't know what else to tell you.
Some
like,
sort of going out shirt.
on that
Will you
front.
wear platform heels?
No.
There was some of that in my day too, and it looks stupid then. And looking back on it, it looks even stupider.
Well, I'm not going to wear any platform shoes.
I had white ones.
Did you?
3-inch heels.
I don't doubt that.
Maybe I'll go out to Las Vegas and gape pale. I love that guy. I need to shadow his salad.
Oh.
Shadow?
I don't know what that means. All I do is read what's in the prompt. That's from the recovering alcoholic.
Like he's like an intern and he needs to shadow my work, so he's going to shadow my. I don't even want to think about that.
Later on in the fall time.
Oh, I had some times in high school in the 70s. I actually had some maroon double knit bell-bottom pants with maroon patent leather shoes to match.
That looks good.
It's a wonder my locker wasn't raided under suspicion that I was running a prostitution ring out of the science building.
You're selling ass?
Patent leather. Those are the 50s.
Well, there were some of these that looked like patent leather. It's just horrendous what we were wearing.
Two virgins in Las Vegas together. Should be fascinating content. That's from Big Saggers. Boy, why are the people shorting this trip?
Gosh, they're jealous.
Is that what it is? I think you might be right.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Now they're going to say, boy, I sure wouldn't want to go to Las Vegas. Oh, what a horror. You'll have a horrible time there.
Yeah. I mean, listen, haters are going to hate.
Is that what they do?
Yeah, that's why they hate.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know what to tell you. We're going out to Vegas. It's going to be super cool. Circus Sportsbook. And it's going to be a great time.
Circus Sportsbook's a new sponsor here, Doug, and they love the program so much. They're sending Jackson and KG and O-Town out there 2 weeks from today for 3 nights. Jackson, tell the people about this contest.
Yeah, they not only one contest, Tim, but they got 2 contests with $14 million in guaranteed prizes. Doug, there is no rake, so if the entries go above that guarantee, all extra money will go to the prize pool. You must register in person at Circus Sportsbook in Nevada, where KG and O-Town and I will be in just a couple weeks. They got the Circa Millions with $6 million in guaranteed prizes. It's $1,000 per entry, max 5 entries per person. You pick 5 teams against the spread every week. Winner takes home $1 million.
Winner takes it all, loser takes the fall. Fight till the beginning of the end. What is that from?
I don't know, but that was a great performance right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Is it Teen Wolf? Was that Teen Wolf?
Teen Wolf 2 with Jason Bateman.
I haven't watched that as much as I'd like.
Right. We should do it.
God, I'm gonna put a tenth of my bankroll on Teen Wolf. There it is. All right. KG, no time. Have you found it?
No, I have not yet.
The fly's right by Jackson's head.
I see. I just saw the fly. It flew by the.
No, it's by you.
I can't. I know I can't. I'm not even gonna waste my time with a SWAT because I know I can't get it. It's not gonna happen.
That was a great effort, though.
Sometimes you can grab them. You can't go right at them because they're too fast. You have to grab an air above them where they're going to fly.
You can kill all the flies if you enter in the Circus Survivor Pool with $8 million
over the top.
To the
over
winners.
the top. Over the top.
1,000 per entry, max of 10 entries per person. Pick one team straight up every week to win. If the team loses or ties, the entry is eliminated. You can only pick each team once in the season. Go 20-0 or be the last person standing to win. All available over Circa Sportsbook.
Nice. Great activity in the YouTube chat. Boy, it's starting to become a hotbed of activity. I think I told you this after the show, but you were in here waiting to do your sound story. Jackson peeked into the YouTube chat on Balloon Party yesterday, and in what was a stunning development, because I just figured they'd be attacking us, our appearances, and so on and so forth. They were actually arguing over Illinois, Missouri, Kansas, and Kansas State football.
Oh, jeez. Yeah. Kansas State football is a hot topic now?
Every man a Wildcat?
Well, I guess they are.
Little Apple?
Right.
Yeah. I've never been to Kansas State.
Why don't we go? Why don't we go catch a game? See them take on Baylor this year. It'll be
really
fun.
had a desire to go there. I guess that's where a lot of the Kansas farmers go.
Really?
Yeah, they're a big ag school.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
What's big out there? Wheat?
Wheat is big in Kansas. Yes, it is. A lot of wind farms, too. Have you driven through Kansas and seen all those giant wind things? I don't know if they help or not.
I don't think I've never driven through Kansas.
Really?
No.
Not great.
Well, it's quite a treat.
Yeah, not great.
No.
Jackson and KG, Vegas ain't ever seen people like us. It's about to be a movie. Vegas has seen plenty of dudes wear button-ups from Macy's, stand in line for 3 hours to get into excess, only to drink 12 beers and talk to 0 women and then lose the rest of their money at the blackjack table before yanking themselves to sleep with a beat sheet between their 2 twin beds.
Oh.
So Mario in Chicago. You guys are going to have a beat sheet put up.
Mario in Chicago, you can't just rip things off Twitter.
Yeah, that's a meme.
That's such a meme.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. Be original, please.
So you didn't like this?
Boom.
I mean, it was funny. Don't get me wrong. Like, it was a good use of the meme.
But there
like,
are
well
guys
done.
who hang a beat sheet up in a room. That's
Well, you
what it's
gotta be
called.
respectful.
Right, yeah. It's all about privacy.
You're raised the right way.
Right, like it was a good use of the meme, but that is literally a Twitter meme that goes around every day.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's like bachelorette party. Nashville won't be able to handle us, and then it's like, yes, they can handle you guys going out and throwing up by 1 a.m.
I think the last 4 times I've been to Vegas, I didn't even gamble, other than the sports book. I'll make some bets in there, but I don't.
Well, that's gambling.
But I don't sit at a blackjack table or.
That's kind of where I'm at. I don't see myself doing a lot of table games.
Our son is a junior looking at colleges. K-State was on Princeton Review for the top 20 happiest schools in the country. Truman State is in the bottom 20 for the most unhappy. Thanks, that's from Ken's Wedding Toast.
I had friends who went to Truman State.
Were they happy? Was Oatmeal happy there?
No, Oatmeal is University of Missouri through and through. Yeah, I mean, they liked it, but most of them played athletics. You know, they were playing sports, so I think if they would have not done that, they would have gone somewhere else.
How do you come up with that?
What?
Yeah. Do a poll at every college and just walk and ask 1,800 students, "You happy?
No, they make
No.
it. They make this stuff up.
I agree with Doug.
They
You
make it
happy?
up.
Yes, there's one there. Kansas State is number 20. You can't
They-
ask
they
all these
always
people
have-
if they're happy.
Then you'll see the poll. What's the best party school?
Ooh, Bill.
And they just make it up because every college thinks they are the best party school because everyone's having a party 3-4 nights a week.
The fly just flew right by Jackson.
Oh.
Look now, he's Ralph
Careful,
Macchio
Jackson.
and Pat Morito. over
Don't
there.
hurt yourself.
If KG or Jackson were to quote-unquote get hurt, who is the next man up to go on this Vegas boondoggle? Is it Iggy? That's from
Boondoggle.
Upper Afton Backfat.
There's not a lot of people here. Someone open the door.
Oh,
maybe.
nice.
It
Maybe
just
it'll
landed
fly
on
on
my
out.
arm.
High risk.
You think it's high risk?
Absolutely.
Nobody ever comes out of their studio.
Until they do.
Who's the next man up for this boondoggle?
Yep. That's what Upper Afton Backfat wants to know.
Would it be the non-gay?
The non-ling.
Yeah.
That'd be fun.
Producer
never met him.
Joe?
Producer Joe.
Producer Joe and Iggy go.
He's had some...
Reconcile in
Now
the
that'd
desert.
be the pairing I'd like to see. All due respect. All due respect.
Reconcile in the desert.
Yep. I'm certain Joe would pass.
Iggy seems gung-ho on it.
I wouldn't go anyway.
Why? Why wouldn't you go?
It's too
You're
hot in
Mr.
August.
Vegas.
I really don't want to be Mr. Vegas.
You've been Mr. Vegas for years.
Well, I don't know. I've been 15, 20 times. It's no big deal.
Get screwed.
I can
Oh.
I can go 10 minutes from my house and go to the boat and gamble if I wanted to.
Well, it's just a whole
Unless I was going to see a concert or a show. Or
Are you comparing
playing
St.
golf.
Louis now to Vegas?
No. But people used to go to Vegas just to gamble. There's a lot to
If the
do
old
out there
man's
now.
satisfied, then everything's just fine.
Yeah. The people watching is just outstanding.
Oh, it is.
It could be the best place in America for people
But
watching.
I'm not going to go all the way to Vegas to watch people.
Well, no, but that's just a kind of a sidelight.
I think Jackson and KG are both cute, and I hope they have a wonderful time. Also, please cut Iggy's mic. That's from Kwame Voyukas the Fourth.
Boy, you Ian Vayukas, don't you?
Ba-da-ba-da-da, ba-la-dee-lee.
That was the Cats.
Yeah, it was. Ian Voyukas was brought up. He had a wonderful run with the Billy.
Him and Lucas Duda, right? He had a little tune about Lucas Duda.
I forget
Yeah,
that.
that's right. Former Met Royal nurse. Has anybody seen my
certainly
nurse?
a Met.
The Met.
Does Plowsy get considered for Las Vegas, or does he just get screwed? That's from Big Saggers. I like that. Anytime something happens in the radio business, the person got screwed.
Right, yeah. This KG is a social media wizard, and we're going out there to do some great social media content.
Yeah.
Iggy would only go if Tim was going. That's from Uncle Cucker.
I wouldn't go if Tim was going.
How about that?
Why
Well, what would
not?
you have done? Because the plan was for everybody to go.
Well, then I guess I would have went to the show. Because the show went. But they're talking about if somebody can't go, Iggy would go, no. And then yesterday, Iggy must be butthurt. KG's going and he's not. Oh,
no.
It's the best of both worlds. He gets to go and I don't have to go.
Oh, come on. You would have enjoyed a trip out there.
No, I find Vegas boring.
You're Mr. Vegas.
Yeah, hell do you find Las Vegas boring?
It's boring. So what is there to do?
Wow.
Gamble? go to
Maryland
a
Heights is where it's at.
Gamble, go to a show. I mean,
Everything is there for anyone.
yeah,
And it's all in a
restaurants,
short, I mean, you got to, as far as mileage goes, probably a couple miles to your hotel. It might take a while with traffic. Weather's the bee's knees.
Well, I mean, it's still going to be nice here in August.
Best restaurants in the world all in one place. If you're looking for ass, they got it.
How much can you
Wanna
do
gamble?
in 2.5 days?
Oh my God, I mean, what most people, that's what most people do. They go to Las Vegas in a couple days.
Yeah, a week would be a lot.
Yeah, but I've been there
pushing
enough that it's just not that exciting anymore. Wow, we're going to Vegas.
Well, what's left for a jet setter like yourself? Then?
Nothing. I want to go to Italy.
Guys, Vegas doesn't have any good breezeways. I'm with Ken. That's
Yeah.
a Harbor Day.
Yeah, that's what I enjoyed about Jamaica. Before dinner,
Good
and
smoking weather.
yeah, just sit out on my veranda, my lanai, just look out at the vegetation and relax.
Well, thank you. Appreciate it.
There's palm trees and oleander all over the place, and just kind of sit up there, feet up on the railing, and just relax. Have a red stripe. Didn't do anything except we went on a catamaran and played golf, but dinner that night. But in between, go to the beach a little bit, hang out, then go sit on my veranda.
Sit on the porch.
Have a beer and relax.
All right, that sounds like fun to me for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes.
Yeah,
But then
saw-
I want to do something.
Yeah, I saw you and John, or you and Greg Von Dunner playing shuffleboard.
Yeah.
What did I do?
Yeah, we played.
Who won?
Well, usually he did.
I saw you from my
I made
veranda.
sure-
I was watching you play shuffleboard.
I made sure I beat my kids all the time when they were young.
No?
Playing. I don't mean beat physically.
Sure, no, Adrian
I mean,
Peterson.
I won the basketball games and the golf. I won everything against them, knowing that the time would come when the table would be turned.
Well,
the tables have turned.
is that right?
Yeah. So now I'm not interested in playing. Nah.
I think I shoot the fly out too.
Oh, is that right? Flies out? Nice.
Came at me, went to the door, and I think I.
Well done.
The only restaurant Mr. Vegas could name is the one his sugar daddy took him to. But yeah, by all means, keep talking, Ken. Keep talking versus snorting the mic as a listener's... Ken talking versus Ken snorting the mic as a listener's Sophie's choice. It's from the 314.
The fly is on your mic. It's on your mic.
God bless America. I mean, the way to get the fly would be to go up here, and then when I make the move,
Yeah, and then when
on
he
the
flies
off
up.
chance I get it, but then I would
Let's see
have
if you can
fly
do it.
guts all over my
See if you
hand.
do it. No.
Oh, he flew that way. Doug, he flew to the to the
west.
north.
I'm
Is that
getting-
west?
Yeah, he flew.
He did fly west. You're right.
I'm getting this sucker.
Oh no, he's
get him.
close.
Oh, go out the door. Go out the door. Go out the door, boy whore.
I think he
Do
did.
it? No,
No,
he's
he
right
didn't.
back on Ken's mic. He's right now. He flew west again.
Oh, I hit him.
Oh, Jackson.
You had
missed
him?
it.
I
You got
might
his
have
wing?
dazed him. I might have dazed him.
Bitch, get in here in the
There,
first
he's
place.
on Iggy's head.
Oh, he's loose though.
Oh,
He's lucid.
okay.
Come here.
No, that didn't get him.
Yeah, I
Las
got a wing.
Vegas, casinos, incredible shows, some of the best restaurants in the world. It's a great place if you're not broke. That's from the Wentzville Ween Peaker.
Well, that's true.
Okay, let's be honest. When was the last time that grandfather was in Vegas? 25 years ago. It's from Mr. Bojangles. I think you were there just a couple years ago for the AVNs, right?
Yeah,
Hooters.
2 years in a row.
No, don't get crestfallen.
I'm not crestfallen. I don't care what they think.
Am I a mark for wanting to go to like the Gordon Ramsay restaurant? I've heard good things.
No,
like
it's pretty good from what I hear.
the burger place.
I think you're seeing things right now through the lens of you haven't been there and you don't realize all that is there. And also, I don't know what your expense situation is.
Right,
Because Kabuto is not an inexpensive place.
Right. Yeah. So if I'm gonna like go like big for one night, I would rather spend that money on like some steak and potatoes.
Right. And while In-N-Out is delicious, you only have 3 dinners.
Yeah.
I would maybe pass on the In-N-Out. But hey, if that's your thing,
Oh, you have
to
lunches
each their
too.
own.
You can eat.
Yeah, get In-N-Out for lunch,
eat
and
that
then
for
really be in a
lunch.
good spot to
Yeah,
bang.
and then go to the pool.
Yeah.
It's been
can-
5
you
years
can-
since I've had it, so
In-N-Out?
yeah.
Don't eat too much and go to the pool. You'll have a little pot belly.
Right.
Walk around out there and show yourself off.
Right. Yeah. No, I won't. I'm keeping it tight.
I just hope the weight doesn't go to your ankles because you're going to have pants that go down only to your shins.
I have very aesthetically pleasing ankles.
Clip
I've
that
been
off.
told.
You have cankles?
No, aesthetically pleasing. The opposite of a cankle.
Yeah, well, some people like cankles.
One of my memories that came up yesterday on my Facebook page was, and you just mentioned it, Sarah Estapari, who is now Sarah.
Are we just completely changing the subject
No, no.
right now?
Well, if you
We're
listen
done
to
with
this,
your ankles,
if you
Jackson.
listen to the story,
Okay.
Bradford's beard, it doesn't do it for me.
but it came up on my memories. Sarah Estapari was in Vegas, and I called her. I said, when you get to the airport, just, before you check in, go pick me up a couple of cheeseburgers from In-N-Out, put them in your luggage, and I'll pick you up at the airport. And she did, and I got a picture of the In-N-Out bag. Thank you to Sarah Estapari for bringing me some In-N-Out from Vegas.
The burgers are that good.
Yeah, I like them. You can't get them here, so.
Well, I failed in my mission to bring you dirt from the Roman Colosseum.
God forbid Doug tell a story and steals your Thunder Braunschweiger, man. That's
Oh.
from Scissor Me Timbers.
What story were you telling, Doug?
I don't remember.
Yeah, you weren't. Jackson was telling his ankle story, but he's also talking about In-N-Out, so I brought up the In-N-Out in my memories.
Less of a story and just a fact.
Yeah, I know. I figured you were done with the ankles.
Clip that off. Munganess is the sponsor of the 7 o'clock hour. The great Jamie Burkhardt, the great Clayton Patterson, the great Peter Munganess. They're all there. It is Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. Secret number. I had someone DM me last night saying, hey, can you give me the secret number? I said, you're damn right I can. It's 314-252-0029. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. And even if you did not get your car from Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, they're going to service your vehicle for you. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, and Alton Toyota. StLouisAcura.com, AltonToyota.com, 314-252-0029. Doug, do we have a title sponsor?
Kelly is his name, Ryan Kelly. And right now, as we speak, he's getting ready for his 9th annual climb.
Unbelievable.
At Grand Canyon this time. He's going to go up Grand Canyon. He's going to go down Grand Canyon. Ah, yes, up and down. That's what he's going to do, raising money for friends with kids with cancer. So if you'd like to support his business, as many thousands of people have, and I have twice, I refinanced twice through Ryan Kelly, you go to thehomeloanexpert.com, and you got all the information there. Their customer-first approach to mortgages is what separates them from the competition. They will walk you through all your options and provide expert guidance at every step, ensuring your loan closes quickly and smoothly as possible. They've got that 10-day closing guarantee, in fact. That makes it easy if you're looking for a house to buy. If you're thinking of buying a home, the process not as complicated as you think with the Home Loan Expert. They make the pre-approval process so very easy. So get pre-approved today, the day you call in, and they will also provide a lower rate with a 10-day closing guarantee. And remember, lenders do have different rates, so you need to do some rate shopping. You won't find anything better than what the Home Loan Expert has to offer. They cannot be touched. The website again, thehomeloanexpert.com.
There it is, Ryan Kelly, title sponsor of this program for a decade. Well, I've begun at the very least having exploratory discussions, Doug, with Tom over at Clubhouse Turf just to see what it would look like to put a putting green in the backyard. And at that point, I think I become a +5 handicap by this time next year. That's what the target is.
So.
That's what the target is.
Would you do your entire backyard or just a section?
Oh, it's so massive. I don't know. I'm so wealthy. I don't know. Good undulation, though.
You're going to want to keep the orchard area.
I would like to keep the orchard. I think anybody in St. Louis does have an orchard on their property.
Probably so.
Probably in between Litzinger and
I would think so.
Manchester,
40.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, Litzinger, Manchester, probably. Yeah, might be just to the east of, Geyer, west of Lindbergh.
Yeah, there's probably
That's
some
probably where the
huge
orchard
backyard
would. That's probably where the
there.
It's probably where the orchard would be. It's Munganess, St. Louis Acura, Alton Toyota, and it's Clubhouse Turf. And Clubhouse Turf is online at clubhouseturf.com. And that's where you can find out what John Rahm and what Max Homa and what Gary Woodland have done in their backyards. That's what they do. And people in St. Louis are doing it as well. Each Clubhouse Turf signature green is unique in design, where they're creating a replica hole like the 12th at Augusta or the 2nd at Belle Reve. Clubhouse Turf can create your own backyard golf experience that your family and friends will enjoy for years to come. Call Clubhouse Turf, St. Louis's exclusive partner of Celebrity Greens, Golf Digest, Best in Golf, and start improving your game today. The number is 314-834-2339. That's 314-834-2339. Or visit clubhouseturf.com. Let them know you are a TMA listener, and maybe if you get a putting green in your backyard, you could be where Dogtown Tie is, and that is the championship of the Michelob Ultra J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. He awaits the winner of Guy Watson and Kevin Roth. And I'm telling you, I've been watching the way Dogtown Tie is scoring in the Gin app.
Yeah.
This guy's going to be dangerous. He might not accept chop in the pot. Maybe they're going to go out there and play for $2,500. One man leaves with $2,500. One man leaves with nothing.
Well, I like Guy's chances. I've predicted him to be the winner of this right from the get-go. It is a Shishawali event in nature, but he is no Shishawali golfer. He's the real deal. I think he'll win it.
I think Guy said, if I remember correctly, that if he got to the finals, he would consider a chop.
Yeah.
So it's up to Ty.
Even if the loser just got his money back from playing all the rounds, if you got a couple $100 back, that would.
Yeah, if you do 2,500.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd probably cover it. But I like the idea of playing for all the marbles.
Winner takes it all.
Yeah.
You like it if
Loser
it's
takes
somebody
the fall.
else doing it. If it was you might like to be sure that you got at least your money.
No doubt.
He is a plus 1.8. Jesus,
Oh, my
Mary
God.
and Joseph.
Oof. From the white tees at Gateway, if it's
The thing about it is, as dumb as it sounds, if you are a good player who can hit it a decent way, you got to adjust. You can't hit driver on everything.
happened to Fred Freeman.
Yeah.
Fred Freeman.
Freddie Freeman hit it too well.
Yeah.
The
It killed me
Dodgers
on what,
first baseman?
Doug, what is the uphill hole on the back nine, slight dog leg left, I suppose, depending on where you hit it. And driver is just too much. And I would go into, what would you call that? The hay, Iggy?
That 15.
Fescue.
15, yeah.
Fescue.
Well, and then every match I played, even though I won 2 of the 3, I'd be down going to 16. And then I'd be like, well, I guess I got a birdie, or at least try to birdie, so I'll hit driver. Totally irresponsible. But that's a hole you can't hit driver on from the whites. I mean, you can, but it's super risky.
Yeah.
So, maybe playing from the whites is disadvantage. But maybe Dogtown ties a bomber. Doug, do you know his distance? Pull up his distance.
Yeah, if you're a big distance guy, playing from the whites might not be great. But if you're like me, who can't hit long irons, the whites is great.
Your long iron ability is really called into question on Balloon Party for some reason. They're really focused on that there, and I don't know why.
Is this a 4-iron you struggle with?
Oh, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, all rough. But you can make up for that with accuracy off the tee and proximity around the greens and making 2 putts and avoiding 3 putts. Then you can avoid the problems with your long irons.
You can just get all utility clubs.
I was thinking
like a 9 wood, 11 wood, 13 wood.
I wouldn't be opposed. Like a 6 or 5 hybrid would be better than what I'm doing chopping with this iron.
Lita Lindley.
Lita Lindley.
Who's my favorite golfer of all time in the LPGA Tour.
Why?
Who's your favorite
She was just a sweetheart.
Big Mama, Joanne Carter.
She was a sweetheart. Was always a fan favorite at the Michelob Light out at Forest Hills. And she's not a long hitter. I think even when she was out there in her heyday, she was hitting at 220 off the tee. She had every club in her bag. The only irons she had were wedges. She's hitting 13 woods.
Gosh.
11 woods.
Nice.
I don't think I've even
9
seen
woods.
those in a store.
Yeah.
Those are custom
So,
jobs.
like in replace of her 7-iron, she's got like a
Just
13
because she
wood.
liked a heavier club down there?
She just hit them better.
I swung a 7-wood once and it felt really nice.
Yeah, the official club of the Champions Tour.
Yeah.
A lot of 7 woods.
Yeah, I like that club.
And Bernhard Langer is a long putter. Those long irons fade right, which gets his hole entered by the Rictator. That's from the recovering alcoholic who spent some time on the golf course with Jackson.
Yeah, he wanted to play Tuesday, couldn't. But yeah.
And then Rictator enters your hole?
No, he's a ball buster. I'll tell you what. If I fade it right, he's like, hey, that thing went right.
Is he a
didn't it?"
bomber? Is the Rictator a player?
He can play. Yeah, he can play a little bit.
Is he a lower index than you?
No.
How cocky was that, Doug?
No, better player than me. Gosh, no.
Well, I was being honest.
Better head of hair?
I'm trying to think.
Maybe not
Probably.
now that you've been to St. Louis Hair Restoration.
Bingo, Doug.
Nice, Doug. Look at you.
Yeah, that's when the hair really starts to come back.
Yeah, I'm telling you, when I looked at that GIF that Tim posted of me reacting to the messy 12
Yeah, where you got emotional?
Yeah, where I got really emotional. You can see the crown of my head. And again, I didn't cringe.
That's great.
I didn't recoil.
That makes me really happy as somebody who lived through seeing the thinning up there.
Yeah.
And then if it goes away, oh, what a moment for you.
Absolutely. I had someone yesterday, they go, I heard you on the radio talking about that. And they asked me to show them the crown. They go, yeah, it's getting there. And that's better than what it used to be where it was like, ooh.
And it's only been a month or two.
Yeah, that is true.
And that's the finasteride that helps curb some of the hair loss. And then that is the laser cap that they gave me that helps fuel the regrowth. That's what we're trying to do. And it's just 6 minutes a night, super, super easy. And I got it because I consulted with the people at St. Louis Hair Restoration. I went in saying, hey, I want to get an FUE procedure just like Doug. They're like, well, let's see how this works for a year. And if it shows well, you got a nice donor area, we can make something happen. And Doug, I know that you have a great donor area because you got the FUE.
I've always been known for my donor area.
Yep, you have.
Yeah.
That is actually
I think that's why they wanted to do it on me because I don't have any problems around the side and the back. Most people don't.
Right.
And that's the donor area because it's not subject to male pattern baldness genetically. So they take hair out of the side and the back of your hair, and then they move it to wherever you're thin. For me, it's mostly the hairline. Here, I don't know if you can see anything on YouTube. I got a little fuzz coming. It takes a while. It takes like 3 months, they say, before you see much of anything, and 6 to 8 months before you see a lot, and the finished product about a year out. But the whole procedure for me took about 5 hours. I spent most of it watching TV. There was no pain involved at all. Dr. Palinga is outstanding. His technicians have all been there for many years. They do a great job. Best in town for sure. Dr. Palinga has been doing this for many years. He is, you know what he is? He's an artisan. He's a craftsman.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah. And so I'm looking forward to see what I look like in about 3 months, maybe 6 to 8 months. It doesn't happen overnight. So you got to be patient, but it is permanent.
Yep.
When you have the FUE or the FUT, where they take more hair out of the back, these are permanent results. So if your hair has always bothered you, if you got a bald spot, if the hairline in front is too thin, do something about it. We've got a great place right here in town, St. Louis Hair Restoration. Their website is stlouishairrestoration.com.
You're going to need a cut and color in a few months.
Oh, I may.
Maureen, I have great hair and I lost 20 pounds. Who wants some? That's from Steve, and he's in Wildwood.
Oh.
Steve in Wildwood left a mic drop, but said it was censored. Yet again.
No. Well, he didn't send a mic drop. You can just say things and then it not be true, and then it's like, oh, look at Vlad. He didn't play my mic drop. It's no, you didn't send it.
You never got it, did you?
Probably switched over to begin pleasuring yourself and forgot to hit send.
Oh,
I thought he beats off overnight.
Maybe he sent it overnight. That's what we want. Is we want mic drops that were sent at 2:30, 2:45 a.m.
Because you're right on top of that with the emails.
Yeah.
Is that how they send them email? They email them in?
It's through the app, but we receive it via email. Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
Good morning. I read on the fan page that the winner of the Dogtown Tie and Gi match gets a begged-for bag of In-N-Out burger that has been packed away in a suitcase for a few hours. Thanks. That's from Dogtown Astrovan. Is that true? I didn't know there was a second place.
Did you sky pig that hamburger that you got in Vegas?
No, she brought it home with her on the plane, and I went to the airport and picked her up. And
you ate the burgers?
Sure, I did.
Wow!
How long after she picked them up did you eat them?
3 hours.
That is high risk, really high risk.
No, she gave them to the flight attendant, and they put them in some ice. They just put the bag on in their ice thing.
I'm going to see the turn.
So then it was frozen?
Okay, Gino Town is skeptical.
I don't care what you think.
Oh.
Is that a new report? We don't know.
Report we're getting.
Was that a highlight of last year's report, or is that a new report? That's last year's report. So that's not a new report on Wheeler.
I got a bag wrapped up, and it's got In-N-Out burgers.
Frozen now.
Well, not frozen. I went to Gatlinburg with 40 White Castles, 10 Lion's Choice, and 2 frozen Emos pizzas, and put them in a cooler with ice, and they were fine when I got there.
Really? All right.
Yeah, you want to avoid the danger zone, Doug. 2 hours outside of refrigeration or heat. That's where bacteria thrives.
I sent the mic drop, you little effer. It was the afternoon of the first day of August. Also, I almost won my first match in the Fan Page Club Championship at Steve in Wildwood.
So you sent it? No, I did. I looked through all that. I did not see
You didn't see a darn thing, did you?
Steve mic drop. I'm telling you. Why
Send
did
it
I lie
again.
about it? Like,
Maybe
what do I
Marsh
give
stole
it?
it.
It was Wide Berth Wednesday. It's not like we were chomping at the bit. Like,
Do we have anything today?
Little Pills Sports Business News.
What about John Denton?
And John Denton.
No, look at that, Doug. Look at us. We got a little something planned for the audience.
Sounds like finally playing something. Maybe you should send the mic drop again if it was so darn good. There's been some sort of shake-up, some mix-up, and we didn't get it.
Look at
send
this.
It again.
Duck Lip Thursdays from Shy Playbaby's Pet House, about to stack mud. And that's from Dotem and the Shy Playbaby, and they're doing that thing that Instagram quote-unquote models do with the duck
I
lips.
see it. I don't like it at all.
They're 2 cute boys about to stack mud.
They're not cute.
They're kind of cute.
So to be clear, you ate cold burgers that were 5 hours old. That's from the Foot Soldier.
Well, they got these things now. They're called microwaves. You can put things in there, and they heat up.
Yeah. And it was probably good, wasn't it?
It was good.
The Loomster was nominated for Listener of the Year, and he says there is no chance they put those burgers on ice for you.
I would have just sky-pigged him right there on the plane.
I wasn't on a plane, Doug. And I can't find my memories from yesterday, or else I'd bring it up and show you. I guess they disappear
A
after one
topic
day.
last week for 15 minutes, you talked about the expiration dates of milk and chicken.
Yeah.
No, we didn't talk about the expiration date of In-N-Out burgers, did we?
Nothing says class like eating a burger that's been basting in a Frontier Plains overhead bin, washed down with a brown Schweiger sandwich and a Newport with the window rolled down.
Oh.
How has Iggy lived 83 years? It's from Mario, and he's in Chicago at the moment. The censorship of Steve on Balloon Party has become an epidemic. That's from Scissor Me Timbers.
Cry me an effing river.
Sounds like he's sending a lot of stuff, and you're just flat not playing it.
I play it all the time. It's all ridiculous, and we play it all the time.
I will leave one today. Sorry to inconvenience you. I hope you wet your pants next time you see Rivers. And also, top his ass, KG. That's from Steve in Wildwood.
Oh.
No, listen. You leave a mic drop and we'll play it.
Yeah.
If you don't leave a mic drop, we can't play it. It's as simple as that.
But in this case, he left it, and you censored it.
What if Marshy Marsh played it and then deleted it?
That would be surprising. That would be surprising. Because I've never deleted a mic drop, so I don't think he would ever delete the mic drop either. He's edited a mic drop once or twice, but so have I. So
Free Chairman Steve. That's from Cuck Supreme.
Oh.
Here is the math on the In-N-Out burger. 1.5 hour to order. TSA, get to gate. 3.5 hour flight. Flight attendant doesn't ice them. 5 hours is gross. That's from the 314. How does Iggy know that the flight attendant put them on ice if he wasn't the one who was flying?
Well, maybe Sarah lied to me. Is there anything I can say where people don't just cross-examine everything? What do you care how long it was before I ate it?
Don't really care. As long as it was delicious, you had a nice lunch.
Threw it in the microwave and ate it.
Yeah.
You did
2
all?
of them. Both of them.
Nice.
Outback Steakhouse got a good salad.
Yeah, they do.
Maybe Sarah's listening.
Call in, Sarah, 636-9004-TMA. We are taking calls, but from women only today.
yes. I got my eyes on the phone bank, so if you call in.
I like that, Doug. Phone bank.
But why would you say phone bank? It's just merely a telephone.
Well, it's a bank of calls. The problem
It's a
is
bank.
I can't answer it. Well, KG's back there.
I was going to say, I could go ahead and answer it.
Yeah, moot point. If it's without KG, like we were for the last 2 hours yesterday,
Mhm.
I would just have to see a call is coming in, immediately put them on hold.
That's what you do.
And then we would have no idea who it is.
No.
It'd be like random caller, and it could be someone like looking to call the Riz Show or something.
Well, that's fine, too. We'll
Comes
take
in
callers
often.
from other stations.
It'd be pretty funny.
Absolutely. Hello, friends. Welcome.
We never really know what we're getting, what we're getting anyway, do we?
It's
Even
usually
when they
a mix
call
of-
and identify themselves, they say something completely different than what they tell the producer they're going to say.
Right, and Francesca would get mad as producers because they would have the goofballs asking about Jason Giambi, and they're like,
Mm-hmm.
"You can call and say I want to talk Yankees bullpen and sound super serious, and how are they supposed to know?
No,
any
they
better?
can't.
You know, that's just kind of
Yeah.
that's the risk you run with live phone calls.
And we don't care.
Right.
I mean, we've had the worst calls possibly in the radio industry's history. So what would we care? What kind of call could we possibly get that we go, oh my God, that's not allowed here? You can say absolutely anything here.
Yeah, you're not so far off, but I feel like our callers are pretty solid. I like Timmy the Tickler.
He's a great one, Doug. He's a great one.
Weasel.
Mount Rushmore of callers.
I miss Spready.
I don't, personally.
Wow, Jackson, not a fan.
It was just every
He owes me and Iggy like $300.
Yeah, you're never getting a nickel off of that.
No.
But every morning at 7 o'clock, like clockwork, he would call and give me the same line and beg that I put some of that goofy-ass sayings he has on a T-shirt.
Yeah.
And it was so dumb.
What was it? Word of the day's legs. Spread the word.
That was the exact line. There were some
Mhm.
other ones that I don't think I can say on the live radio.
Oh.
Yeah.
I just thought he was an entertaining caller.
Yeah, I liked his fascination with homoeroticism.
Clip that off.
Like he wanted.
He's just a goofy old man.
Yeah, he was his excuse. He wanted Iggy and Plowboy to kiss really bad.
Oh yeah, I forgot that.
That he was going to pay $1,000 for Plowboy and Iggy to kiss, and he said he just wanted to watch.
Oh,
Not gay. He's just goofy.
Yeah, he wanted to. He was like, you could do it. This was back when we were at KFNS, so they had the big windows in the front.
And he would come and watch.
Well, he wanted to just see them do it. Like he didn't need a video. He just wanted to watch them do it.
I was up for it.
Yeah.
I don't know why Pelosi turned that down.
I think you said you were more likely just to give him a handy.
No,
And
Yeah.
I thought that was a step up.
And he really wanted Doug involved.
I don't want to be involved.
Hey guys, I don't know about you, but flight attendants are actually pretty cool when you ask them to put loose food in the ice bucket they used to serve drinks to passengers. That's from Big Tough.
That was in a bag. And you take the bag, you throw some ice into a container, and you put it off to the side. They were nice enough to do it.
David, how about a little Popeye's chicken? That good for your golf swing?
The wife and I have a hot date this weekend. Hopefully we will have some sexy stories to share with you boys soon. That's from Doug's Glue Guzzler. Doug, you like that? Sexy stories.
You can make them up now. You don't have to wait till the end of the weekend. It's all made up.
Don't they have a girlfriend in Kansas City? I thought they had a girlfriend in Kansas City.
I'm getting them all confused. We have so many listeners that are having threesomes.
So many swingers.
Who's the Chicago doctor? Who's that?
That's Buzz.
Let's call her Buzz.
Buzz.
Yeah.
So few listeners, so many swingers.
That's Buzz's new beau.
Buzz's new beau.
Yeah. Doug's Glue Guzzler is the one who looks like John Rahm, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. And he always talks about the apps that you can use for these threesomes. I gotta
Have you looked into that?
No. I want a threesome to happen organically, not like.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is the best. I agree with that.
Right, because that's like a dream scenario for. I don't want to paint with a wide brush, but I assume a lot of guys have that same.
I would
dream.
imagine most 20, 30-something straight gentlemen would enjoy having an organic MFF.
Would agree. And so
I remember bringing that up at about 9:40 on KFNS leading into Frank's program, and I was chastised as going to hell and being a heathen. I have a feeling it was some people tuning in early who didn't necessarily think that was right, or they thought that would be cheating. Hey, you know what? To each their own. If you don't want the MFF, then don't have the MFF. Because, hey, we all know the MMF is more popular.
Much more, yeah.
But, my God, like every year for my birthday, just in the back of my mind, is this the year?
A birthday present.
That's right.
Well, then it wouldn't be organic if it had to be arranged.
Well, if it was arranged, but without me knowing.
Right. Organic seeming. I'm going to kill this fly.
There's a fly. It's hovering over my head.
Passing Doug around like everybody else.
Okay.
I played that drop while trying to kill the fly.
That's so good.
I swear,
It's like
I've
and
seen
one.
him fly out the door 2 or 3 times.
Yeah,
And
I
he's
thought
back.
that's why I shut the door. I thought he was out.
Maybe it's a family.
It could be that, yeah, there's more than one because
Oh, God.
they do tend to look alike.
There could be a hole in the ceiling, and they're just coming down from there.
That would be the worst.
There's some leakage up there.
Yeah, they might be.
Tim, you'd also think most 20-year-old to 40-year-old men would want anal, but yet we know the truth. That's from Bill's wife. Wow, Bill's wife just came after Jackson.
I'm going to turn my mic off so I can
The fly's right on his mic.
You just had Bill's wife go after you for not wanting anal. You're
He
not
didn't
going to
even-
get the fly, baby. You're
he
not
didn't
going to
hear
get
it.
it.
Had it almost there. Yeah, I mean, listen, the anal thing is what it is. Like, I did it in the moment. Like, everyone can be Monday morning quarterback on it, but at the end of the day, that's the decision I made, and I stuck to it.
Mhm.
And honestly, not upset with it, not thrilled about it, but not upset about it.
No.
And I'd do it again.
That's your business, not anyone else's.
Right. And like I said,
Do you feel like you're being kink shamed?
No. Kink questioned?
Oh.
Yeah. But I'm willing to change if the right situation. Like, if you really love your partner, you're willing to explore different areas,
Oh.
whether it be the bedroom or quite literally exploring new areas. So I think that's just all part of growing up.
I'm not sure anal's a kink. Might be just a preference. I don't think it's a kink.
Throw that on Twitter with like on like a poll. Like, is anal a kink?
Oh, gosh.
Yeah. In response, I'll get, I don't know, is anal on the 40-man roster?
That 40-man thing, you're wearing it.
Mr. Smith, Doug, says the MFF is like a Rembrandt. It's a masterpiece when executed properly. And then he has a little emoji of a little devil with horns.
Really?
Yep.
Isn't that nice? Special moment.
Guys, that fly is in your studio because it smells a 5-hour-old rotten cheeseburger.
Oh, I don't know that it
It's a
does.
thumb out of water.
It's like 8 years ago. That's all right.
I am still waiting on my J.O. pics from Bill's wife and that lipstick girl. Also, what's love got to do with it? Steve Wildwood.
You know, there was a fly in one of the Breaking Bad episodes.
I was about to say.
and it was
Considered a polarizing or maybe just a heavily panned episode
It
of
was
Breaking Bad.
horrible.
It's a bottle episode.
Didn't match any-
Like it's a bottle episode. You hear that, Jackson? It's a bottle episode.
A bottle episode is an
Bill
episode
Maurice.
that doesn't advance the story and takes place all in that episode. It only works for episodic TV shows.
It didn't work at all.
Right. Well, I'm saying you
stupid.
can, but on the contrary, the Pine Barrens episode of Sopranos is also a bottle episode, and many think that's one of the best episodes of the entire
So,
series.
what episode?
Pine Barrens, where Chrissy and Paulie get lost in the southern forest of New Jersey, trying to
Southern
kill the
Forest
Russian.
of New Jersey.
The
Yeah.
Czechoslovakian guy.
Well, at
Fat
least there
guy.
was some action in that.
Right. Like, bottle episodes people are split on, but there's examples of good ones.
Well, yeah, I wouldn't put those two together at all because one was exciting. They're trying to kill a guy. They're trying to keep alive themselves as opposed to just a fly buzzing around a
Yeah.
meth lab. I didn't see any
The Fly
entertainment
episode
value at all.
was not
there.
nearly as good as Pine Barrens, but it is still famous.
Well, I don't ever want to hear you say bottle episode again.
That's what it was. It was a bottle episode.
Okay.
Tim, great QFTA this week. Jackson, you felt good about this week's QFTA.
I really liked it,
And what is it titled, Doug? Was it
I don't know.
a fun little squirting story?
You nailed it.
But I feel like I missed something. Did you end up sealing the threesome deal with your girlfriend who was down for anything along with the reality TV squirter? I can't remember what show she was on, but it was like in the mid-2000s, and it was either on VH1 or MTV, and it was like one of those dating shows. And the girl I would have threesomes/foursomes with, her boyfriend at times, Doug, was the guy who would put his hand on my lower back when I would walk in front of him. She was a master at turning straight women in order to bed them.
No.
And I said, she goes, oh, so-and-so, the girl from the TV show, is coming to St. Louis this week. And I think she lived in Dallas. I don't know. I think that's where it was. I think it was Dallas.
Where she lived, I don't know.
And I said, oh, great, whatever. We really care. I go, is she into girls? And she goes, no, she's not. But I made her fountain. And
all this
so
on the heels of Dakota Hudson's.
So we,
performance.
the Twins are competing for that big American League Central.
Mhm.
And so now she is into at least messing around with me. But I was never in the mix on that dalliance. I'm always kind of the package deal in these threesomes and foursomes.
Player to be named later.
Yeah, the person, if he didn't show up, dug out, the game would go on and nobody'd really wonder about it.
Oh.
Tribbing is tribbing.
Think about that. God bless that girl. Thanks. That's from Cuck Supreme.
Oh.
It was Tila
Anyway,
Tequila. It was not Tila Tequila.
Who's Tila Tequila?
Oh, God. I feel like you interviewed her.
Yeah, she got a porn movie out.
Oh,
Is she an actress?
She was a singer, I think.
She's actually, my favorite Tila Tequila work is she did a Between Two Ferns with her, Zach Galifianakis, and Jennifer Aniston. Major recommendation.
Who's the odd man out in that threesome?
Oh, that's what made it so good. But I guess she did a dating show where she was bisexual, and so it was kind of like The Bachelor, but with the girl dating both guys and girls. And so she had a moment. Doug, would you call it a zeitgeist moment?
I wouldn't.
I can bring in the DVD tomorrow if you want to, Jackson.
Doug, would you
Yeah,
like?
please. Throw that in my PlayStation. Talk about some good Friday night viewing.
Oh.
Tila
That's
Tequila.
not how you'd spend a Friday night. Or
Not
your age.
ideally, but you never know. Bring some friends home and I'll watch some Tila Tequila with Iggy.
A Friday night should never really go by at your age and your situation where you're just sitting watching TV. You got to at least make an effort every Friday and Saturday night, right?
I heard you. Yeah, no, I get you.
And you don't know that until you were me and Doug are.
Right.
Where you're going to bed at 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't remember the last time I went to bed at 9 o'clock. I'm like a 10:30 guy. That's what my bedtime is. A little reading.
Well, what time you get up in the morning?
5. First alarm goes up at 5. I'm not feet on the floor at 5:25 or so.
Yeah. So you're getting 6.5 hours or so.
Yeah, and on the weekends I really pound it.
Pound the sleep.
Yeah. Crush some Z's.
You're not crushing
I like that,
anything.
crush
You're not
some Z's.
crushing
Hammer this
anything. You're
nap.
just lying there asleep.
Hammer this nap after I crush that burger.
Okay.
Good morning. I just talked to a friend who was a flight attendant until a few years ago. Without a doctor's note indicating some food restriction, or if the flight was pre 9/11, there was zero chance they would put the food on ice. Like that's from Hyman the Roth.
Good for you.
You're so close to crestfallen.
I'm not even close. I don't care what they think.
No, I don't care.
Maybe she lied to me. Told me they put it on ice, and they didn't. I ate them anyway. I don't care.
They were good, too. Did you still have fries?
No, I don't like their fries.
I agree with you.
2 cheeseburgers.
Yeah, if they would just fix the fries. Don't they know
God.
that people don't like them?
Wonder what the deal with that is. I mean, they're doing just fine.
Right, I guess
I feel like they're expanding toward the east.
They are.
Isn't Whataburger expanding as well? I think
Yeah.
there might be one of In-N-Out or Whataburger.
Whataburgers, I think.
In Kansas City, maybe?
In-N-Out, I think, is coming to Kansas City. Whataburger.
Wow, really?
Overrated.
Uh-oh. Doug, how about that?
Oh. It's Burger King.
Oh, my God, what a controversial take.
Now they have this, like, honey butter chicken biscuit, which, like, might just make you gain 5 pounds by looking at it, but it's delicious. That's outstanding. But the burger tastes like Burger King.
Doesn't?
Yeah. It's nothing special. In-N-Out, Shake Shack, Five Guys in a class in their own.
Freddy's?
Freddy's is closer to Steak and Shake.
Yeah.
And I love Steak and Shake.
I told you about my Freddy story at Busch Stadium, right?
Oh. It was expensive?
The three of us went and got Freddy's at a concert. We had 3 cheeseburgers, 2 small little cups of fries, and 3 waters. $75.
Jesus.
$75.
Where'd you get that at?
Busch Stadium.
Oh, value.
I just had
Freddy's is expensive,
sucker written
but not
right
that
across my, just stamped right across my forehead. And there was 100 people behind me in line waiting to do the same thing.
Boy.
$75.
Yeah. Yeah. Same thing happened to me with chicken out at the Bragging Rights game.
Yeah.
It was like a $15 chicken sandwich. It's like, oh my God.
Yeah, you don't even enjoy it when the prices are that stupid. You just think, what a fool I am.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's brutal.
I could have had this on the way in for about $12. Instead, I paid $75.
No In-N-Out in Kansas City. They're in Dallas now. Did you say they're opening one in Kansas City?
I thought I saw that, but I've seen that Whataburger's coming to St. Louis now for like 5 years, so it's tough to always nail this stuff down.
Doug, have you heard about Whataburger?
No.
It's coming to St. Louis. Iggy, what about you?
Nope. I heard that, I don't think it'll ever get here. But In-N-Out seems to be getting closer to St. Louis.
Right.
I don't think we'll ever get one here, but...
I was at
Jeopardy.
Shake Shack. Shake She. Last night for the first time. But I didn't
Really?
get a burger. I just got the ice cream. That looked good.
Which one did you go to, boy?
The one in Chesterfield.
Yeah.
They still got lines out the door for lunch?
Oh, I can't imagine.
No.
They did not have
I like
people
that
at
Shake
this-
Shack. It's popular to kill Shake Shack, but I love Shake Shack.
Really? People don't like Shake Shack?
I think it's one of those things that it was super popular when it got here, and so then you got to do the thing.
Oh,
where-
yeah. It's like, oh, it's
Yeah, if
not
everybody
actually that
likes it,
good.
I'm going to trash it.
Right.
I love Shake Shack.
So
Crinkle
Canadian.
cuts.
Justin in Columbia has just struck. Guys, I hardly get to listen anymore. Why am I turning on the radio and hearing this chubby turd third-wheel producer talk about his bedtime routine and binging almost 2-decade-old shows on the weekend nights? Be like Iggy, start smoking during the show and disappear. That's from Justin in Columbia, Doug, and he did strike.
I'm not
certainly
chubby.
did.
You've lost 20 pounds.
I've lost 25 pounds.
25. What do you weigh now? $178.
I just got into the 170.
Wow, welcome.
Oh, look at you.
It was 203 pounds when we returned from Jamaica.
Boy, that is kind of a lot,
Yeah, no doubt.
especially at 25
Yeah,
when
big
you're.
saddlebags.
Yeah,
You're
I had let myself go a little bit, but then I did some about it. Maybe some of y'all could take note.
Oh, what did you do? Just eat better?
Yep. Eat better, move more. It's also a lot easier to lose 25 pounds when you're 25 compared to probably 50.
Patrick
I would imagine.
Mahomes brought Whataburger to Kansas City. They aren't coming here. It's from Brad and Boca. Wow. Patrick Mahomes brought him there?
Yeah, they got our burger franchises also. Would you rather have an NFL team or some really good burger franchises?
Shake Shack is woke. F that place. That's American Central West End. That's Jackson's favorite.
What are they woke
texture.
about?
How could the burger... Oh, whatever.
Management could be woke.
I'd rather have the NFL team.
Then a bunch of good burger franchises?
Yeah, well... You can have both. Like it's like, oh,
No,
we
in
can't
this
bring
case, one or the other.
We can't bring this burger place here because they have the NFL. A wild take. I guess if it was one or the other, Sophie's choice kind of situation, I'll take the NFL team. I miss watching
Oh, how
football
about
on
this?
Sundays.
We've got 4 Whataburgers in Springfield, Missouri. He says it's also overrated and overpriced. That's from the Nixon Nut Smuggler.
Yeah, I saw it.
They're in Springfield, Missouri, Iggy. Ned Reynolds.
4?
How about that? That is surprising. That's saturating a market for that
I would
size.
think. What do you put them on every corner of the campus?
Nixon Nut Smuggler, the action's back on you. You have a chubby-faced turd. That's from Justin in Columbia.
Gosh.
Wow, Justin in Columbia is kind of going into...
What did I do?
I don't think you have a chubby
I
face.
used to, but then I lost 25 pounds, and now I don't. If you say, I have a side-by-side picture, it's night and day.
Well, we ought to do that.
Yeah, but like, how about
Like
you? Send,
from when you were in Jamaica, the side-by-side? Really?
Like-
It's that noticeable?
like a week or two after Jamaica to
Wow.
now. Yeah, I'll show you a picture. How about you send that picture yourself, Justin, in Columbia?
Wow!
It's super easy to criticize people's looks when no one knows what you look like.
He's probably too heavy set to fit his picture on a normal shot.
When he used Strike, he used to strike with good, solid content. But
No,
this
not
is,
so much.
Yeah, because they were about me.
This is a low bar.
He was very critical of the International Brotherhood of Nitwits, Doug, also known as IBON. That was producer Joe and the Nonling.
Yeah.
Very critical.
I just say block him.
He's in our fantasy baseball league.
Is he really?
Yeah.
Well,
I can confirm Jackson looks like a scrumptious little twink now. Roar. That's from
Okay.
Pout Pouts Lanai.
don't say.
Pout Pouts Lanai.
That's a new text name.
Oh,
I put that
somebody
one in
just
there
changed that.
yesterday. Yeah.
No, it's probably the guy that's changed his name 9 times already in the last 3 weeks.
Who's that?
Dennis Charles Upholstery.
Oh God, he got under your skin, didn't he?
No, he's just, he changes his name every day to something else. Like, we can't figure out when we see the same email address for you and your other 9 names. A car got stolen from our parking lot this morning.
At Hubbard?
No, from Complex. I just got a text from Kelly, my neighbor, said, "Was your car stolen this morning?" I said, "No." She goes, "Oh, the cops are just at my door. Somebody's car got stolen."
Oh no. A lot of that going around. I wonder if it was a Kia or a Hyundai. They're the ones that seem to be susceptible to it.
Right. The Kia thing is.
I don't know. I mean, mine would have beeped. My mug and ass would have went crazy if you tried to steal it.
Springfield's bigger than Missouri State's campus, you boob. They've got one on North Glenstone, one off 65, one in Republic, and one in Ozark. That's from the Nixon Nut Smuggler.
Oh, well, that's not Springfield. Ozark is not Springfield. Nixa is not Springfield.
I think Springfield's the third biggest city in Missouri.
Well, it is, but...
It's bigger in Columbia?
Yeah, I think Columbia's 4.
Fun.
So it said 4 in Springfield. You just named 3 cities that weren't in Springfield.
Well, Springfield, suburban area.
Springfield proper, yeah. Just like if you put 4 here and you put 1 in Belleville, that counts as St. Louis.
Well, it probably would, the St. Louis area.
Well, I just count Springfield. Springfield isn't that big.
Hey, guys, I just called the Southwest Airlines customer service representative, and she confirmed they would not store food for passengers unless there was a medical accommodation needed. You're always asking us to find one time you lied, and this is one time, bacon bit.
Yeah, and we're going to believe that you called Southwest and got in fairly quickly to ask a question about storing burgers.
They probably don't field a lot of questions like that.
And they don't field a lot of calls either, so...
Oh, you know, he chatted online, he said. I apologize.
Okay, well, good for you.
Warson Woods has an In-N-Out for residents only. That's from the Warson Woods Wacko. Is that right? It's exclusive? Like you have to have a pass?
That'd be pretty cool.
I doubt it.
Like if
Kind
I
of limit the ceiling for the business, but I like it.
if I had $1 billion, I would open up like an In-N-Out in my house. It would just be have 2 or 3 workers.
You'd gain that 25 pounds back.
Yeah, it'd be bad, but boy, would it be tasty. Animal style.
Animal style?
Yeah, that's how you get the burger done.
What's the animal style, boy?
Slathered in mustard and In-N-Out spread and onions.
Oh.
And you could get down the fries too. You're really beefing up when you're going there, but it's good. Listen, sometimes it's
That's called animal style?
yeah.
Slathered in mustard.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta fatten up for the slaughter a little bit.
Well, no calories in mustard. You wouldn't be fatting up there.
Right. But the cheeseburger.
I don't care for mustard.
That's a take.
Yeah.
Now I 105, guys. The mail drive down the street today. Isn't there 5 guys right down Olive?
Oh, is there? I don't know.
Like you could throw a football at it right there.
Mhm.
You're gonna get a little 10, 15, 5 guys.
Lay a base.
And I'll just go let it on my stove till 3 o'clock and put it in the microwave. I'll eat it tonight. Or maybe I'll just take it to the airport and ask somebody to put in ice for me. I'll pick it up later.
Send it to a relative.
I like the mental image of them putting it in the overhead container, overhead ice box. Funny to me.
That's just sitting there waiting for burgers.
You're saying they put a paper bag on ice, it would disintegrate by the time the plane landed. That's from Brad and Boca.
What do you mean disintegrate?
The moisture.
God almighty.
Listen, I'm with you. I believe the story. I'm talking about what these folks are saying.
God, I wish I could find my memories from yesterday.
Thanks to the great Buck Swope.
Buck Swope, Doug.
Yeah, it is on the fan page.
Oh, is that right?
It is.
What is Iggy and his?
Yeah, he
In-N-Out?
shared Iggy's memory of thanking his friend Sarah Estepari for bringing him lunch with a picture of the In-N-Out bag. And I mean, I'm no forensic scientist, but it doesn't look like it's been on ice.
There's a hole in the bag where the maggot crawled through.
It kind of looks like they had some skid marks on it.
Oh, Bill.
I mean, am I wrong?
Wow, this is an active post. How long has this been up there? 19 minutes. They're very active on the fan page this morning.
You could have just sent it to us. You didn't have to put it on the fan page.
No, you can't see it.
I don't care. I mean, there's the memory. Now, yeah, I just took a picture of a bag and put it up there and said, thanks, Sarah. She didn't even bring it back.
Was it worth all
I
the
can't
hassle
win.
just for a little fast food cheeseburger?
Not if I knew it was going to turn to this.
Yeah.
8 years ago, whenever it was.
Just turned on the show. Ken, isn't there a Five Guys down the street? Can we stop asking questions to the dais that can be easily looked up on your own damn self? That's from DraftKings Cal.
And Jackson answered that question in 2 seconds.
I did. Yeah. This is kind of my neck of the
So I
woods.
didn't need to get
kinda
on
where
my
I grew
phone.
up.
How about that?
I'm well versed on this part of the town.
Mm-hmm.
In-N-Out is fine, but man, you got to have a bigger imagination than a private one in your billionaire mansion. You can't swing a dead cat in this city without hitting a great locally owned burger place where the fries don't suck total ass. That's from Kevin's brother Jack, and then his last name is Demoff.
So here's the thing on that. You can like both a chain restaurant and local restaurants. I love a ton of local restaurants
Sure
that'll
you
serve
do.
you up a burger.
Oh, give me your Mount Rushmore of local burgers.
Wow, this is going to be fun. Max Local Eats.
Nice. That's a great play.
I will go.
Those rip fries, Doug. Oh, Billy.
I will go with. It's a hometown play, but I love it. Sportsman's P.
Sportsman's Pin. The Larry Wilson burger.
I really like. What's the place right on Shaw and Kings Highway?
O'Connell's.
O'Connell's.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a nice play.
I like O'Connell's a lot. It's real close to me. And you know what? I was going to say Salt and Smoke has a really good burger. Like, I've had it, and it's really good. But I was going to say it's tough to round this out.
What's the one up on Manchester we always talk about?
Village Bar. But I like...
Bellagio.
I like Michael's Bar and Grill.
Michael's Bar and Grill. I get the Euro there.
I usually
you
get the
got
Euro.
Carl's, you got Olive and Oak, you got the Bellagio, you got Max.
Yeah, I haven't had Olive and Oak yet, so I got to try.
You haven't had Olive and Oak?
No,
Bill.
gotta try. I've had the pizza, but I haven't had the actual sit-down restaurant. But I got to try that, and I do love Village Bar. But Michael's Burger is really good, so I'll go with that.
So you ate fast food at room temperature 6 hours after it was made. I guess when you eat ditch carp, you build up tolerance. That's from King Fupa. Doug, these listeners are...
They've zeroed in on one thing that they're interested in.
I don't know why you
and this
care
is
what I
it.
eat.
Oh, change out Nomad to my final one. I like Nomad.
Doug, Nomad is now the final one.
Right there on Tam Ave.
No Stacked or High Point? What? It's in the 314.
I do love High Point, man. This is now it's going to be like, you don't like the place that I like. Your list sucks. Like, I do love High Point. Don't get me wrong. This was right off the top of my head.
Yeah, you can't just name 5. I mean, you didn't even put Carl's in there, and Carl's was great.
Love Carl's, but I don't like sitting, I don't like the situation you have to go through to eat there. To sit 2 inches from the person next to you and you have to wait.
You get that frozen mug of root beer.
It's delicious.
And then the gumball machine.
Why do you hate it so much?
It's the biggest discrepancy between customer experience and food. Like, the food is incredible. I just don't like the whole thing. I get, that's the charm of it, but it's not for me.
Yeah, I wonder why it's not bigger.
Maybe one day Iggy will learn from Tim and never post on social media. You post dumb, creepy stuff. It will eventually come back to you. He never learns. Plus, this girl isn't going to ride you, you dope, because of your post? That's from the Dover Soul. Gosh. Doug, they are.
It's a nice piece of
I
fish.
don't even know what you're talking about. Why don't you point out a post where I was a creep?
He was talking
I'm
about
trying
this
to.
I don't know if I would have thrown that one into the middle of the pot. They're going to be coming in fast and furious now, Doug. Why do these producers use these weird voices for the listeners? That's from Steve in Wildwood.
Because we envision them all being very odd people with weird voices.
Yeah, Doug just nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
That's why you're the best, Doug.
Well, you think I'm posting that to try and get Sarah to sleep with me? I mean,
Did it work? It didn't work.
Sarah's been a friend forever. She's married.
Yeah. Well, that never stopped you.
We used to work together. And I didn't post it. Somebody else posted on the fan page.
Buck Swope.
Yeah.
If you ever post it, Buck Swope will have it in his arsenal.
Guys, isn't that post kind of the equivalent of wishing your spouse happy birthday on Facebook or asking for restaurant recommendations in Paris? It's a look at me post, right? Should he have to apologize for it? That's from the White Collar Gangster.
I didn't post it. It was on my memories. I didn't share it yesterday.
But in order for it to be on your memories, you had to post it in the first place.
Oh, yeah, I posted it 8 years ago.
August 1st, 2013.
So you have the policy is not 8 years old.
10 years ago.
Nearly all posts are look at me posts
That's social media, baby.
from everybody.
I was just happy to
Almost
get
all.
In-N-Out Burger. I wasn't saying, look what I didn't do anything. I didn't go to Vegas and get it. Somebody brought it back.
Butter me up, Daddy.
I know Doug likes that.
Dig me. Look, I got burgers from a plane. And I didn't repost it yesterday. It just showed up on my memories, but I didn't share it. So
Well, you could have.
I could have. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
This one I didn't.
Didn't Smokey Robinson ask our leader, Tim, to bring some In-N-Out back from Vegas a few months ago? That's from Bobby Big Wheels. Doug Smokey Robinson, Tears a Clown.
Yeah, he had a nice career.
Don't talk about me, and I think I did ask. I think I did ask you. In jest.
This In-N-Out thing, Doug. Wow.
Would you rather be asked to bring back In-N-Out or sign baseballs from spring training?
Doesn't matter, I won't do either, so it's easy.
No.
I bet Dawson's Creek would love Carl's if they played art house quote films on a TV in the little corner. That's from Little Judy Suckins.
Yeah, that would be better. I would. All restaurants should just have some good movies going on the loop. I don't see a problem with that. I think that would just
Well,
increase the.
But to see a movie, you got to be there for like 2.5 hours.
I'm trying to come up with this list of the best movies to watch with the like no sound. Like say you're on a treadmill at the gym or something, and they have like the little TV screen on there.
Yeah.
And you can't hear what's going on. There needs to be like a Mount Rushmore of like best movies for that situation where you don't need to hear what's going on. But
No,
can
the
still
movie
enjoy
is the wrong
movie.
thing completely. That's where you
Wet
need,
Pink is correct.
You need the game show network on that.
Right.
Yeah,
Jeopardy.
nice. You're
Jeopardy
right.
or
I
something
do
like
love
that.
playing watching Jeopardy, but I have the closed captions on, and it's on a delay, so I don't find out the answer for like 20 seconds, and so it's tough. But I do like watching Jeopardy on there. I sometimes time out my workout to do it during Jeopardy.
Yeah. They had that at Club Fitness, where a big room where they had playing movies. I said, who's in there for 2.5 hours? to
Yeah,
see
they
the
got a
movie?
cardio theater.
Yeah.
Doug, producer Joe, is listening to the show this morning.
Hey, Joe.
And when Iggy requested someone show him a picture of a tweet where he's being a creep, Joe took up the challenge and found one. And this one was sent to a former friend of the program. She was in with Mary Carey. Her name was Rubber Doll.
Oh.
And Iggy tweeted at her, "Thanks for coming in studio today. You are such a sweetheart, ... and hot with exclamation points."
Oh, kiddo.
No kiddo on it.
I don't know, that creepy. I was thanking somebody for coming in. I'm sure she liked the compliment.
Oh, Pete, I miss you, boy.
That's kind of creepy.
Looking for examples.
Yeah, that was kind of creepy.
It's not creepy at Heavy Smoke, I can tell you that, Doug.
No.
You go out to I-70 in Cave Springs, and you're going to see Chris Schaefer and his World Championship Barbecue. It is HeavySmokeBBQ.com. If you are having a party and you want it catered, go to HeavySmokeBBQ.com. Chris is a 3-time World Championship Barbecue winner. He competes almost every weekend around the country in the biggest barbecue competitions. Heavy Smoke is right off of 70 in St. Peter's at Cave Springs exit. On the outer road, his meat is the most succulent, slow-cooked, perfect party your mouth has ever experienced. Homemade sides, man's a barbecue genius. Go to HeavySmokeBBQ.com and experience the delicious treats of Heavy Smoke. I went out there. I got to get out there. I'm just not usually headed that direction.
No, you weren't.
And then to do that. It's just not. But God, I got to get back there. It is good. And Chris is a great guy. Send your emails in on In and Out. On the what has become a full-fledged investigation as to whether or not this In-N-Out was brought back from Las Vegas, and if it was iced by the plane staff.
I mean, he ate it and lived to tell the tale, so what's it really matter?
Design Air Heating and Cooling is the sponsor of the email of the day. Feeling with a lot of those coming in. DesignAirService.com is where you go. Seth Goldcamp is a wizard. He is fourth generation. His great-grandfather started the company, and therefore he takes pride in the legacy of making sure the customers are treated right, and that means no upselling. So don't go, oh, I don't want to have somebody come out because then they're going to try and tell me it's broken, and then I got to... That is something... I've gotten so many emails and DMs over the years from listeners who say, you know what was so great is Design Air's estimate was so much lower than the other people we had check it out. That's because they're not upselling. It's Design Air Heating and Cooling. Online at DesignAirService.com. Doug's a client. I'm a client. Say, friends, why don't you become a client? It's Design Air Heating and Cooling. Send your emails in for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day. We'll come back with our 7 o'clock or 8 o'clock hours. We close out the Munganess St. Louis Acura 7 o'clock hour here on the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
Hello, it's Jackson for Rosalitas. TMA listeners know that Rosalitas Cantina has the best patio and the best Tex-Mex in town. From tableside guac to piled high nachos, the amazing menu at Rosalitas is full of classic Mexican dishes. Plus, it's always time for a margarita, and Rosalitas has the most delicious house and specialty margs in town. Enjoy happy hour specials Monday through Friday from 3 to 6, and let Rosalitas cater your next event. Check out RosalitasCantina.com or visit the downtown or DePere location today. Time to get your fiesta on at Rosalitas.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan. I am here with a wonderful sponsor of TMA, and that is Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm. And this is something that I experienced, as a matter of fact, years ago. If you get a call from an insurance agency, if you were in an accident, they are not necessarily working on your side. Isn't that right?
Yeah, Tim. I mean, in almost every case, there's going to be an insurance company involved. You know, they typically insure whoever caused the injuries to you by the person or the business that caused it. And unfortunately, from the moment your case begins, the insurance company is actually working against you, trying to minimize their payout. You might get a call from like somebody who seems like to be a really nice person who's just trying to see how you're doing, but their goal is actually to get some information out of you to turn around and use it later to show that you're not as hurt as you actually are. Insurance companies have specialized systems and thousands of workers who follow a playbook to pay you as little money as possible when you're hurt. This is Doug Biggs, and my injury law firm hates insurance companies and their deceitful tactics, and we'll make a fair fight out of it. Visit our website or Google Longo Biggs Injury Law.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
If you're like most folks, you probably thought about buying a new home. Maybe it's time for something bigger. Maybe you want a different neighborhood. Or maybe you're just ready for something new. Don't let today's mortgage rates be the reason that you don't make the move. At thehomeloanexpert.com, we already have some of the lowest rates in town. And when they drop, we will refinance your loan with no lender fees to get that payment nice and low. Get started on your new life today. Thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
And it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Okay.
Hot takes.
Yeah.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
And now the Pepperoncini Show with Darren Atkins and Ken Strode. All right, take it, fellas.
There it is. That's the open. Pepperoncini.
Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini. Pepperoncini.
We don't know what it is. We don't understand the name. We just know it's stupid. And it's available every weekday, featuring Iggy and the Plowboy. Apparently it's some kind of a podcast or something. Available at TMASTL.com and on the TMASTL mobile app. Whatever. Hey, if you like the morning after, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the morning after. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. You're hearing TMA all day on KPNT HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis, featuring the Ryan Kelly Morning After, live from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Then a full show replay from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m., followed by the best of TMA from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m., and another same-day replay starting at 10 p.m. Find the full schedule at TMASTL.com. Brought to you by Ryan Kelly at thehomeloanexpert.com, the most efficient mortgage process you'll ever experience.
I'm as moist as a freshly baked Betty Crocker cake.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT FM, HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
It wasn't.
I'll make sure if you didn't hear it, I'll say it again. You know, a lot of people wonder what I do during commercial breaks.
What'd
Doug.
you do this time?
Us Weekly covers it. I usually go into the conference room, and I have my nanner.
Mm-hmm.
And I just decompress from all the prep that 7 o'clock hour brought to you by Munganess St. Louis Acura.
There's a lot of pressure that goes with
Thank you. And then I had to use the wizard's room, so I went in there to wee. Okay. And right as I walked in, I began to expose my tiny little Irish love to the wastewater. Thank you.
Yeah.
I inhaled, and I could tell I was smelling a gentleman's bowels.
I was in there right before you, and it smelled. It smelled. So
Did I just
fierce.
inhale your bowels?
No, I only went in there for a quick number one, and
so you know what I'm talking about.
I walked in there, and it hit me like a sack of bricks.
My
who was in there?
God!
It smells
like I can taste the bowel on my tongue. Like I really can.
Yeah, it was honestly foul. Like it was really bad, and it also smelled super fresh.
No! Do this at home. Get yourself regular.
Because I used it right before we started the Munganess 7 o'clock hour, and it smelled like a patch of daisies. And then I walked in there, I guess, 8:37.
My God. I haven't had that happen. I guess that's what happened to Casey, WIL, with the Plowhawk. Now, here's the thing. I think there's a chance we inhaled Ken's bowels.
You think it was him? Yeah, you did leave.
I don't know that. I'm not accusing. Well, KG Notown, you're right there in the Horton Watkins studios.
No, I got to protect our boy on this. He went down to the far one.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, I saw him coming.
That makes me feel better. I'd rather not know whose bowels are on my tongue.
Anonymous is important.
Yes.
Yeah, he was coming down from towards like 101 and the Point. So I believe he went down to use the big boy.
This restroom right here, and I tried telling Plowhawk this, and I think his math on it is backwards. This private, it's a single-use bathroom. You close the door and lock it behind you, so only one person can use it at a time.
Mhm.
That is not for defecating. That is for urinating.
Yeah,
And it's
absolutely.
for guests. It's right at the front of the
Right.
station.
It's not for defecating. You don't do that in the single-use, but you do that in the big...
where the air can breathe.
How about you do it at home? How about that idea?
IMAX-style bathroom where there's plenty of room.
IMAX bathroom.
Big.
Widescreen?
Yeah, exactly. That's where you do that, where the air can be filtered out much easier. Plowhawk's like, well, I don't want to do that in front of a crowd. It's like, I get what you're saying, but it's better for everybody if you do it. Not to mention, sometimes that foul can leak into the break room.
And into the studio.
And you never know who's on the other side of that door.
Yeah, exactly. So,
Gosh.
yeah, I might put up a no defecating sign.
How about you just
wonder how
do it-
management will like that.
Just do it at home. Get some fiber in your diet.
surprises happen.
Get regular, and don't bring that to the workplace.
KG in O-Town, do you know, without saying on the air, who it was from another station?
I do not.
Iggy has just returned to the Michelob Ultra Studios. Iggy, Doug has a direct question for you. I'll ask it. Did you drop ass in the studio on the other side of the wall?
No, it was locked.
Okay. Oh, you probably jiggled the handle while somebody was in there soiling the air. Jackson and I both used a little wizard's room during the commercial break, and we were greeted with someone's
foul.
No, when you started your live spot, I said I'm gonna go to the bathroom real quick. So
and it was locked.
It was locked.
So it was going on right over there, Doug.
Yeah. So I had to go down to the hallway bathroom.
Oh, gosh, why does this have to be such a thing wherever we work? Do it at home. Regular. Get yourself.
I don't mind people using the facilities at work. Like, you got to do emergency.
Only. Emergency. You got to be running.
No, I mean, like, take a magazine in there. What do I care?
No, don't take a magazine. That shows it's not an emergency.
But don't do it into the single-use bathroom. Does anyone read magazines? Like, physical magazines anymore?
I don't think
so. When was the last time you saw someone?
Or maybe use the other one down the hall, because there's 3 stalls down there. It's a little bigger, so it wouldn't stink it up like it would this little bathroom.
Yeah.
We're whistling the same tune on that one, Iggs.
Ox is off on YouTube.
Oh,
from the Oaksville Mobster.
Well, we were playing Lover Man by Communards. That's licensed music, bro.
Okay.
Got to make sure Communards gets theirs.
Oh.
Jimmy Somerville.
Do you ever feel weird talking to a coworker knowing that you had a tale of mud mere moments before? That's from Wolf Boy.
Oh, just finishing up, and then you have like a serious conversation with a coworker.
Oh, yeah, you can't.
If you knew where I was 3 minutes ago,
Yeah.
you wouldn't be talking to me.
No.
Yeah, you need like 5-10 minutes to decompress after something like that. Recover.
Downtime.
Jackson and I mean, we took it.
Yeah.
We took it really nice. Like
I was in there before you too, so it was a
So,
tad
yeah,
fresher.
you got it worse.
It
You
was
feel
a
like
tad
it singed the hairs in your nose?
I for real. I can feel it on the back of my tongue still.
It was honestly some of the richest, like most robust smell.
Full blend.
Yeah, it's like someone did it right on my upper lip.
Oh.
It was truly brutal.
When I walked down the hall, though,
As long as
Just
it-
turn rear and leave immediately?
As long as this 8 ounces of cold brew is in my bladder.
when I walked down the hallway, though, every light was on.
Well, that's because the shows are on the air.
Yeah, but so I'm probably the only guy that leaves during a live spot to go to the bathroom.
Probably so.
So if all the lights were on, that means everybody's in the middle of doing a show.
Well, there's other people out in the station besides on air.
So but it's supposed to be for on air.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
It's called the DJ or something. Jock, yeah, that's what it is.
Jock bathroom. I didn't know that. Wow, that's a nice privilege.
I mean,
we have.
I don't think that I don't know if anybody really abides by it. I didn't know that. I couldn't care any less. Like if I show up in the other one, people go, "Hey, this is for behind the scenes." You know,
The main restroom is closer to most of the studios than this one.
Yeah. Should I, my studio's primarily located right next to it. Should I, stand outside and be like, hey, you're not on air.
Yeah.
Use the other bathroom.
Painter guy says it was Rockio.
Oh, we'd have heard the tuba.
And the one-on-one breaks aren't long enough for someone was in there
Yeah.
sitting
I
down
agree
and
with
getting
that.
busy. Like they were in there. That was not a 2-minute drill.
Mm-hmm.
That was a long drive.
Well, depending on when they came out, because right when I was going out to go to the bathroom, the door shut. I couldn't see who it was.
No, you couldn't see.
Because I cussed to myself. I said, "Why? Just when I'm ready to go, now I got to go down the hallway and use it."
Right. So
So somebody had just gone in there, so I don't know how long you took a break after your live spot.
I don't know.
Soiled corn loaf.
Doug, today's show has certainly focused on the Cardinals beating the Twins last night and Dak Hudson. A really good breakdown of his perfect game. That was fun. But now we're going to turn our attention to a situation that happened a decade ago, which was Iggy getting in and out. And I wanted to cover that on today's show.
We haven't covered it enough.
Because it is
Bring it
important.
down.
I received a DM from a gentleman by the name of Steve Estapare.
Yeah, that's Sarah's dad.
There you go.
Oh.
Timmy, Iggy's in and out story is true. Sarah's experiencing some morning sickness. Otherwise, she would call in.
Congratulations to Sarah. I think I've already told her, but we'll say it again. That's fine. I mean,
it's a huge win for you.
Yeah. Well, her dad's not going to lie, but I didn't need Steve to call in. Steve's a great listener. But that's Sarah's dad. So thank you, Steve.
I mean, what a win.
Yeah, I didn't need any verification because I know it's true, and I don't really care what anybody else thinks, but thank you for that. That still won't put an end to it. Yeah, why wouldn't Steve lie for Iggy? He likes him. Oh.
No, they don't say "ugh" at the end of sentences. Chris Berman occasionally did.
Oh, there you go.
Winnie the Pooh holes, blah, blah, blah.
I don't think he ever said that either. That's just my voice I use for listeners. They all sound the same.
Yeah. Well, Johnny Johnson sounded a little different. Or it was Ned Reynolds. That impression was right on the money.
Great. Now Iggy is making fake profiles and DMing Tim as Steve. That's King Fupa.
Maybe that's why he left early.
No, I think Steve's on the fan page too, so
is he?
You've probably seen him on there.
All right.
Tim, I'm telling you that bag is empty. No way the transportation of a burger from Las Vegas would live to tell the tale. That's from Deluxie, the Plowhawks guy.
Mm-hmm. See, I guess it didn't matter. Steve texted in.
Rockio's gal definitely jarred something loose inside of him last night. That's from Little Judy Suckett.
His Guma.
I mean, it's quite obvious at this point someone is being lied to.
I can imagine little Judy Suckins and little Tommy Tribbins are outside on the patio discussing who's going to text in next.
Do you think Steve is wondering why a 65-year-old man is asking his young daughter for fast food to be brought to him from Las Vegas via airplane? Jim Ken's wedding toast.
Thank you.
Well, it's a little awkward.
Thank you for the delicious fries.
I didn't get fries. Well, because we work together and we're great friends.
Yeah.
You know, unlike you, I'm sure that you can't be friends with somebody at work because you're so timid.
There's a girl there. I can't talk to her. She's so cute.
Oh, there it was again, right at the end.
But I'm not like that. I can be very good friends with people I work with.
So can Glenn Betts, and that's why you go to Glenn Betts Jewelers, Doug, because Craig Betts has been there, and he took quantum physics with you, correct?
Yeah, I think that was second grade.
Second grade quantum physics.
Yeah. We were a little ahead of the curve.
Robust curriculum.
Yeah, it was a robust curriculum. Glenn Betts Jewelers, in business in St. Louis since 1941, operated by the third and fourth generation of the Betts family. The Glenn Betts difference is you are served personally, not sold. Glenn Betts Jewelers develops relationships through generations of your family, too. They get to know your likes, your lifestyle, and who and what you love. Those are the 3 L's. Go online at glennbettsjewelers.com. That's GLENNBTZjewelers.com. Or just check out their location like I have, located 1 mile east of 270 on Manchester, in Des Peres. In the jewelry business, there is good, there is better, and then there is Betts. The Betts family passion for serving their customers has been passed down from generation to generation. GlennBettsJewelers.com. Jackson, tell people how they can make some money and do it with a great man by the name of Mark Hanna. Mark Hanna, Jack.
Yeah, Mark Hanna of Evergreen Wealth Strategies. You know, sometimes, life changes. You got variables, income changes. Maybe you get more, maybe you get less. Maybe a child comes into play. Maybe you want to save up for something different than when you originally started working with Mark Hanna. You get on the phone with Mark Hanna. He is the great communicator. And then you figure it out with Mark Hanna. I'm telling you, he's the exact person you want in your corner, as Tim has called him. He's a life Sherpa. And I couldn't agree more. I think that's the perfect analogy for Mark Hanna. That's why I work with Mark Hanna. It's exactly why you should work with Mark Hanna.
Well, I do.
Damn right. Aren't you feeling good about it?
Yeah.
He's a great man.
I don't worry about it so much.
Right.
I used to go and check the stock market every single day and wondering if I was doing the right thing. Should my money be here or there? And now I don't worry about it anymore.
No.
I got a guy who knows the
You're
system.
in good hands.
Yeah.
You're in good hands. 314-889-0503 or go online at evergreenstl.com. I'm now DMing with Steve Estepare.
I was thinking about, taking quantum physics in second grade.
Yeah.
Right.
And there are, every now and then you read a story about some kid that is like that smart, and he gets through college by the time he's 11 or 12 years old. You think science will ever get to the point where they'll be able to identify why that person is so smart and be able to duplicate that and make everybody that smart at some point?
I thought in a way that's capable, not necessarily the why, but you can tell on brain waves or brain activity. I thought that was the case, but I could be off on that.
Yeah, that would stand to reason. Yeah, I don't know if
I
they.
think if you have a lopsided head, you tend to be brilliant.
Right, and a great orator.
Slightly arrogant, slightly.
Right.
I just wonder if they'll ever be able to
Mildly.
tap into that DNA or whatever it is. It makes some people so darn smart.
Right.
And be able to, inject a little of that into other people.
I don't know if they'll ever be able to replicate it, but I don't know. But you can never, what you can't do is you can't limit science, because who would have thought we'd been on the moon, when they were fighting the Civil War, but 100 years later, there they were.
But some people just have complete recall of everything they see, everything they read. It's there, and it's there forever.
Yeah, the photographic memory thing is crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
I don't think the world could function without dumb people.
Nice. Clip that off.
It's not doing real well right now with a lot of dumb people.
What is the Andy Richter?
Pinned tweet is it's what a time to be alive if you're mean and dumb.
Yeah, that's where we are right now.
That is absolutely it.
Yeah, we're at a point where smart people are afraid to say anything for offending dumb people.
But the dumb people have quite a platform with dog avatars. Iggy is my tasty mint julep. Leslie Jordan. P.S. He's also my business manager. We have a noon luncheon date at Faces. That's from Marcus Hennessy. Doug, what did I just read?
I don't know. Somebody's lunch plans?
I don't even know if Faces is still there. It used to be a gay bar.
It did?
Yeah, used to
So
go
you
out.
have a lunch there?
I used to go all the time. I don't remember them serving food, though.
They give you 10 nice-sized fritters.
What about the fritter situation
I'd go
at
for
Faces?
that.
They had a little
Squanabonas.
Poppers kiosk.
They don't want a smart Poppers kiosk. Who wants that text name?
What?
They don't want us smart. They want us dumb and fat. Mission accomplished. That's from Maxwell Hung.
George Carlin had a long routine about that. How they want us just smart enough to be able to do the work, but not so smart that we question it and overthrow those who run the world.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Never been a better time to be dumb and loud. Thank God it's this fan base's time to thrive. That's from Uncle Cucker.
Flies back.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that's
there it is!
I think you actually hit it there.
Did I really? Did I strike it? I made contact?
Hurt him.
I just kind of flailed. Like, oh, get away. There's nothing more Hoosier than thinking dumb is what makes the world go round. That's from Arbor Day.
Well, look at it this way. Without dumb people, we would have no fan page.
Wow. Wow.
That was a hot take right there.
Came out of nowhere, too.
Yeah. Well, if everybody was brilliant, you would have a hard time getting people to do menial work, I guess. If you got an IQ of 190, I don't think you're going to want to go up on the roof and change somebody's shingles out or something.
Probably not.
Well, I said
Work
it
in the sewers
facetiously,
or-
but my point was you need dumb, uneducated people to take a lot of jobs that smart people wouldn't do.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Like HD2 radio.
Yeah.
Money for the things he said to my beehole.
Yeah, there you go. We would not have this.
We wouldn't get this kind of music without dumb people.
Hey, Tim, I'm the guy Plowsy called Deluxy because he couldn't pronounce my last name. MJ DeLunas, a.k.a. MJ from the wealthy part of North City. That guy texting in under my name, Deluxy, is an imposter.
No.
Lols. Don't you like that, lols?
There used to be wealthy parts of North
Is laughing
City.
out loud a plural?
With a Z it is.
Yeah, laughing out loud.
And then Deluxy's back. Tim, why would a daughter tell her dad she brought fast food to an orange peel? That's Deluxy. But apparently that's not the real Deluxy, but he's calling himself Deluxy.
Well, he shouldn't.
Maybe he called her and asked her. If she wanted to call in, she says, I have morning sickness, but it's a true story.
I asked Steve about the ice part. He says, not sure about that part of the story. I'll call her in a bit to find out.
God.
Yes.
Do you want Jackson to bring you back some burgers when he's out there?
Yeah.
No.
I was going to say, I'm a little bit more timid than others. I don't think I could ask a flight attendant, hey, you mind putting these bad boys on ice for me?
You can just hold them with you.
I got a coworker who's got a hankering.
Bunch of Sky Pig.
And then you can rob and feed them.
Yeah.
I might.
You would Sky Pig, wouldn't you?
No, on the way down to Jamaica, I had some Sky Pigs next to me, and it was a really bad beat.
What were they having?
Like a egg and cheese burrito.
Oh.
Brutal. Like in a Ziploc bag, too. So it was clearly from home, not from the airport. So now we're looking at about 5 hours that had been marinating in their backpacks.
Oh. But if it was just like a sub sandwich or something, that's okay, isn't it?
Depends what's on it, man. Like if it's like tuna fish, yeah, that should be a crime.
Oh.
But if it's like,
I like tuna fish.
If it's like have pretzels, like
Pro
come on.
pretzels.
Yeah, like don't have stuff that like is gonna
chips or something. You know?
Right, exactly.
Well, then
Or
the
bird
chips,
seed like you.
The chips break all over and they're on the seat for the next
You
guy.
can eat one chip in one bite.
It doesn't smell. Don't have one of those Nature Valley bars that you need like a a beach towel to eat. You know, I'm talking about the green wrappers. They're really crunchy Nature Valley bars.
Oh, yeah.
Those things are messy.
Are you really worried about getting crumbs on the floor of an airplane?
Yeah, I feel
know
bad
I'm
doing
not.
that. I feel bad doing that.
I don't.
You hot boys want any monogram Tervis tumblers, Stanley cups, or cheese boards? That's from the self-made stay-at-home Ledoux mom.
I'd take a tumbler.
I'm
Doug,
in
you
for a
have,
cheese board.
you have a handsome collection of tumblers.
I've got quite a few, yeah.
Did you get that from the stay-at-home?
Yeah, no, Busch Stadium.
The Yachty one?
It just so happened that every time I would get tickets, I'd go and it'd be a Yachty or Molina tumbler. I had like 3 times in a row.
They're running out of things to do.
Yeah.
They're putting Lars Nootbaar on a surfboard.
Oh, you mean the Terminator?
Yeah.
I got a St. Gabe's tumbler.
Lars had
So
a home
strong.
run last night.
Yeah, the
Fight.
whole outfield core.
Cardinals.
Yeah.
Go deep.
Beat. Twins. Jackson, would Auntie Anne's be acceptable? Thanks, Scott's Pickled Ballsack.
Yeah, that's fine.
Very buttery.
Yeah, like the cheese sauce that accompanies it, not ideal. Maybe throw some mustard on there.
Oh.
That would be more acceptable. But now that's close. You're towing the line.
I don't know if I ever told the story, and I'm sure the texters will let me know
Love
if I
to
have
hear
or not.
it.
Settle in.
But I had a really good rapport with a lot of people that worked at Hedonism.
No, this is brand new.
Perfect
Like-
start.
This is like a Franklin Roosevelt fireside chat.
Like one of the waiters there, I would give him like $40 before I left, and he put like 5 bags. It wasn't 100% Blue Mountain coffee. It was the coffee they served in the restaurant, and it's like 75% Blue Mountain and another 25% just regular coffee. But it tasted like Blue Mountain. It was really good. And he would give me like 4 or 5 bags. These like 2-pound bags.
Yeah.
And I gave him like $40. But I was in good with one of the chefs too. And one of the years I was my flight was getting ready to, I had to board the bus to get to the airport.
Well, sure you did.
And I said, can you make me a couple of roast beef sandwiches to take on the plane?
So did you do that?
He made me about 50 sandwiches.
50?
And cut them in fours, so little bite-sized roast beef sandwiches.
Sure,
Like 200 now.
Finger sandwiches.
I shoved them all into my carry-on. And when I got on the plane, I started handing them out.
And did people accept this food from a stranger?
There was wrapped up in saran wrap, and I told them where I was staying. I said, yeah, the chef made these for me. I can't eat all these. And,
You went
yeah, I'll
right
take
down
one.
the aisle of the plane handing out
just kinda
sandwiches.
Said, you guys want one? You want one? I said, here, pass them out.
And people accepted them?
Yeah. People don't care what they eat. Think I was going to
Well-
poison the whole airplane?
Well, no, I wouldn't think you would. But, I mean, would you accept if someone walked down the aisle of a plane and said, here, you want a sandwich? You wouldn't eat it, would you?
I wouldn't. But I offered. If you don't want it, say I don't want it. That's fine.
All right.
I was just being nice.
Sure.
Wow.
There was no food on the
That's
plane, so. Thanks, Frank.
And those were good sandwiches, too, weren't they?
Oh, it was very good
Darn
roast beef, a little bit of mayo.
Yeah.
I
How long ago
I
was
just
this?
wanted a couple to bring back for me to eat on the plane. Eat maybe like a whole tray of them.
Cool story, Ken. We've heard it like 50 damn times
Okay,
from
yeah,
the
you haven't.
314. Stephen Wildwood, yes, we heard this story before. Got his mic, Steve Wildwood.
I don't remember the story.
I cut your mic because it's the same thing you do every day. You know, hey, boys. Jerked off watching a movie last night. I got up at 3 and whacked it again. Yeah. Doug, how you doing?
Wow.
I don't know how we got sideways. I really don't.
No.
I guess after I took $200 from him.
Oh, Bill, Bill, Bill. Bill, 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 Bill. Sure you did that. An old wrinkled plum handing out sandwiches on a plane. Liar. That's some Morrison Woods wacko. Dear God, if a downtrodden geriatric handed me a sandwich on a plane, I'd open the exit door mid-flight. Some hedonism, Chuck.
Yeah, I'd have to say I would never take food from a stranger on an airplane.
I wouldn't either. But people coming from Jamaica that just had a nice, relaxing vacation, I say, yeah, I had a nice time at Hedo. He's got to be an all right guy. I'll take a sandwich.
I've seen how people will eat food from strangers. You put a tray of food down in the middle of a newsroom at a TV station or here at the radio station. We don't know where it came from. Everyone will just walk up and start eating it.
Yeah, that's true.
Could be full of poison,
Now, if listeners,
anthrax, anything.
if
Sure.
listeners bring things, I won't eat it.
Really?
No.
Dogtown Ty brought us donuts.
He knows I didn't eat any.
Well, you were afraid that something, it might be tainted?
I don't know some of these listeners.
Bundesliga, second Bundesliga.
It might be nice. They also may be somebody, they're going to eat it.
Oh, spitting in it. Spitting in it.
Can say, oh, what's this? Oh.
Well, I like when sponsors bring food in. That's
Well, yeah, that's different.
Yeah. I just wish I could have got some of that pork that Salt and Smoke brought in that day.
Roderick.
Well, you won't let that go.
The cat ate it all.
Why don't you somebody text in and say we've heard that story 1,000 times?
Still stings. Yeah.
You can text in via the EDF Group text inbox, the most experienced data center and critical facilities service provider in the St. Louis market. Check out that newly revamped website, theedfgroup.com, and take a look at each of the 3 divisions they have to offer. EDF Group is your one throat to choke for all your critical facilities, data center, commercial fire alarm, and electrical and IT infrastructure needs. To contact the EDF Group, here's what you do. You email fire@theedfgroup.com. Experience the EDF Group difference and learn more at theedfgroup.com. Send your emails in. Big day for the design, air, heating, and cooling email today, the morning after, at InsideSTL.com. That comes your way at 9:45. Then at 10 o'clock, Jackson and I go down the hallway, and we deal with the situation. And we'll do our best. We're on YouTube. You can talk Kansas State football in that YouTube chat if you would like. John Denton will be with us 10:15, 10:30, 10:45.
And you get ripped a new Rusty?
That's correct. That's correct.
Still waiting on the time for John Denton.
Dog. Might be a wide berth third.
No. He always
showing up.
he always texts me back. John Denton's good people.
The lipstick lass is back. She says you should see a teacher's lounge when someone brings food in. I'm sure it would give a newsroom a run for their money. That's from the lipstick lass.
Oh, yeah.
She's a
Confirm.
teacher. Lipstick lass is a teacher?
Oh, I don't know about that, but I was, and those teachers flock to those free food and desserts.
Yeah, I know.
It's 'cause
Most
we're
people
poor,
do.
but
Yeah. You don't know where it's come from, but you know you're going to eat lots of it.
Where do you think the lipstick lass is a teacher at?
The University High School?
You think?
I assume.
Right. Anything else, might as well just shut
It's
it
beneath
down.
her.
Yeah, right. Like, she was like CBC.
Yeah, she wouldn't teach at a public school. For the love of God, please make him stop smacking his lips before every statement. He's admitted it's a habit, and he's noticed it on his STTW interviews. Beer Cats is angry.
So how are you going to make me stop?
Sounds like a challenge.
If you say it's a habit, how are you going to make me stop?
Oh, there it was.
Why don't you and your 18-year-old son get together and come up with a couple of texts and just do them all at once?
Get him over with.
Nothing will make you faster friends than a nudist resort deli tray to share on an international flight. That's from Arbor Day.
These people weren't nude that you were giving you sandwiches to, were they?
A lot of them were at Hito, though.
Hito.
Oh, so you had seen them nude.
No, there were people I hadn't seen on the resort, but
They had seen you nude.
I don't know. They were at Hito. I can't see everybody at Hito.
Well, how many people
Some
are
people
at Hito?
stay on the prude side. I don't know.
How many are at Hito at any one time?
I don't know how many rooms they have.
Like a couple hundred?
Yeah, 400 people probably.
Doug, our listener of the month, is on the line. It's the Milagro Tequila listener of the month, ladies and gentlemen. Dogtown Ty and his Flying Sibian. And this is a guy trending in the right direction as he enters the championship round of the Michelob Ultra J. Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. Dogtown Ty, you've got to be in the mix right now for the Listener of the Year. Good morning.
Well, that's an honor. Sorry to break up the Hito talk, the daily segment, but I called in before you started, so it's an honor. Appreciate the. Must have been a slow month though, because I'm not sure I did any more than anybody else. So thank you.
Huh? What are you going to do with your winnings?
I don't know. Do I have to come up and get it, or you mail that tequila?
Yeah, we don't have stamps.
You'll come and get it. You'll get an email here from Jesse very soon, if you haven't gotten it already.
Very good.
I should wait till after your match, and then you can pick up your trophy too if you win.
Are you going to chop the pot?
You know, I had my caddy who I need to shout out. Doug, are you taking shout outs right now?
If it's brief.
You're his caddy?
I'm not caddying for nobody.
No, I need to shout out my caddy Steve the Buck
Briefly.
who really kind of coached me through that. I went up big on Todd Callahan, 5 or 6 holes, and then he kind of did a Sunday charge on me on the back nine. And,
Was that because he was playing well, or were you folding under the pressure of having a big lead? Doug, some guys have a tough time sleeping on a lead Saturday into Sunday, and my God, you hit that 12 tee box at Gateway National, the Hawks up, it's probably a gap wedge, but water on the left, water short, and all of a sudden now it can get into your head. Was that what happened to you there, Dogtown Ty?
Or was it option 3? He started drinking.
Oh, Todd Gallen?
What? There were Jello shots from Todd's cart the whole time, so I think he was drinking from the minute he got there.
Todd, of course, a gentleman in his 50s, enjoying Jello shots. Doug.
You don't. Would you quit asking me about pennies?
Oh gosh.
So you know what he did do though? He was down 3 at the turn, and he offered me cash. He wanted to do a separate cash bet, which I accepted right away, up 3. And I went up 5, so I thought that money was pretty much in the books, and then he made a charge. So I don't know what it was. He talks about his mouth wedge.
Mouth wedge.
So yeah, and which started to get to me a little bit, but we held him off. So
now you closed him out on number 17.
Yeah, he had what's been a real issue? 2 of my matches have been closed out on 17. There's that sinkhole on that green. You know what I'm talking about, Tim?
There's a sinkhole on the green, Doug. That would seem like a problem.
I would think it would.
Well, so if you look at the left side of that green on 17, there's a huge kind of abnormal dip. His shot off the tee box was to the left of that dip. The next time you're playing Gateway, look at 17, and there's kind of a big, hole really that clearly shouldn't be there. He was to the left of it. He chipped over it off the green to the right, and then he had to chip back in, and I got up and down for par. So that closed it out. But he was good. It was a good match. So it was fun.
Even though you won, you still don't know match play like Tim.
I agree with that.
Well, absolutely not. No, Tim, would you, since you are, king of match play, would you chop? Would you take a chop if you were me?
I like that question. It's a, yeah. Honestly, I probably would. Being honest with you, I probably would. I don't know. I'd do like 1,500, 1,000, or 1,750, 750, something like that. 2,500 has been talked about.
Be a much more
If it
relaxed
was
round.
1,000, I'd certainly have to think about
But
it.
still, you're still playing for a material amount of money, no matter what.
Yeah.
I like that. I mean,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm playing guys with you, like $10 asses. The money doesn't matter. It just is a little something, in the whole scheme of things. If you're out there playing and the money matters, you probably shouldn't be playing. So, yeah, but this is $2,500. I mean, for most people, that's gonna be a nice win.
I think I'd push. I think I'd take it all in. I think we're.
Now you're going to go
all the way
25. I hope you go 2,500 or nothing for the record. But to be honest with you, I would probably, if I were playing, it doesn't matter, Guy or Kevin Roth, I would probably say, yeah, why don't we play like first place gets 2,000, somebody get the second place gets 500 or 1,500 and 1,000, something like that.
If Guy offered 1,000, I'd certainly have to think about that one because it's Guy. I don't know Kevin Roth. He could be very good.
Oh boy, that's bulletin board material for Kevin Roth if he gets past Guy, Doug. Wow.
But otherwise, I think it'd be more dramatic if we go all in.
Oh, I agree with you on that. I've noticed that you are trending right now.
Why?
Because I saw his scores and I saw Callahan's scores, and I'm like, there is no way Callahan's going to beat him. Assuming that everybody's entering their scores honestly, you never know. But you only had to probably give him a handful of pops, and you're shooting in the mid to upper 70s every time out, and he's shooting in the high 80s, low 90s. I mean, that's kind of a layup.
Well, it's a few things. I think that the cap adjustment certainly evens things out and eliminates what you're talking about, where if people aren't entering their scores correctly, then that kind of eliminates. He was playing to a 9 as a 13, I think, and I was playing to a 4 as a 6. So only giving up, 5 strokes is big for me.
Yeah, but you're not even, you're giving up, what do we do, 80% of the handicap, right? Am I right?
75%?
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
So was I right the other day when we looked at Todd's handicap, which I think was a 12? Something like that. Then I said, didn't he start the tournament at like 8?
Uh-oh. Doug, that's an accusation right there. That's an accusation.
But didn't you say it was a 9?
He played. Oh no, with the cap adjustment, he was a 9.
Oh, okay.
Where'd you learn to play
he
the game,
played to
Mr.
that.
Dogtown Hotshot?
Old Warson, St. Louis, all the big shops.
Yeah, this is just an old money show
There's
now.
nobody who lives in Dogtown that belongs to Old Warson.
And that was no shot at Todd.
Yeah.
But if you look at
You
his,
don't know that.
if you look at his scores,
I think he does.
if you look at,
Uh-oh, hold on, he's distracted by the fly, and it's back now for more It's like the In-N-Out story. It won't go away.
If you look at the scores,
Absolutely nutted it.
you know, his last 4 scores have been in the high 80s, low 90s.
Doug, do you notice that when you were looking at Todd's scores, his last
So his handicap could have gone up. Either way, it doesn't matter.
Is that for me?
No, I was just saying for people
Mark
to think I'm taking a shot at Callahan. It wasn't that he started as an 8 and he went up to a 12. I mean, he's had 5 really bad rounds.
Yeah, but they shouldn't count against his handicap. If they're outliers, those don't count. The handicap system takes 8 of your 8 best scores of your last 20.
Okay.
How far do you hit the ball off a tee, wise guy?
Probably 270. Probably 270 if I get
Like a 270 carry?
No, 270 all in, and that's the difference between these whites. Like if you look, you can't see where my scores are otherwise, but from the whites, at Gateway, that takes off. I mean, that's huge. That's a wedge in instead of a 7, 6 iron 8. So it totally changes everything. Tim knows that. He's
match
he's a match play expert. So.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I am. I'm the Ian Poulter of the game.
So are you a heavy set gentleman? You got a lot of back fat?
No,
Cut that off.
I'm quite lithe. I'm more on the Plowsy frame.
You're tall, aren't you, boy?
Clip that off.
Yeah, I'm pretty tall and slender.
I'd say
I
6.
certainly have the
Well, I'm surprised Cletus hasn't been inside of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think he tried when I did the drone footage.
Right.
And I think Tim defended me, which is welcomed.
Yeah, no problem.
You're like a handsome 6'2".
Yeah, probably 6'1" ish. Yeah.
You want to sleep with any of the guys who listen to the show?
Be honest.
Steve the butt pirate. Yeah.
Steve the Butt Pirate. Huh. That'll be fun. Put those guys together.
Michael, would you say an outstanding job from Luke today?
Outstanding job from Luke.
that's letting the media guide you into your answers.
No, he told him to say it and he said it. Would you say? And then he said it.
It's like second grade speech class.
When are Guy and Kevin Roth playing Dogtown, Ty?
I have no idea. I feel like there's been a couple occasions where I thought I had a deadline, and then the next match on the other side is still playing. So I don't know. I don't know when the other one is done or supposed to be done by.
Yeah, I should have forfeited it to the Pope. He was kind enough to accommodate, and then Kevin Roth moved his schedule around so we could keep things on track. But hey, there's only 3 people left, and it's August 3rd, so we've done our job with the Michelob Ultra Jerry Randolph Jr. Fan Page Club Championship. To the tip of the cap to all participants. I'd really be interested in playing you because I think we're about, what are you right now, like a 5 or something?
5'9", maybe a 6. Yep.
Yeah. I'd be giving you some pops, but you're trending, Doug. This guy's dangerous, right? I'm telling you, keep an eye on Dogtown Ty. Why have you improved this year? Because clearly you're trending. What's going on? I'll dig up the numbers, but I want you to answer.
You know what I've done, especially in this tournament, is I do not focus on whoever I'm playing shot. And that's where Todd started getting me. He started talking to me on the back 9. And I started watching where his ball went. If I don't do that, and I just put a number in the head, that's whenever I played a little better.
Really? That's interesting.
So,
God, I feel like that's...
Yeah. How do you play match play without knowing what the other guy's doing?
He doesn't understand match play. Only
Well, if
Tim
he hits
does.
a ball left into the rough and, hits another ball that's, left and you don't know where it is and you're just hitting your normal shot, you'd think you'd play a little differently if you know he's in trouble.
I actually am in lockstep with Iggy on this. I mean, hey, if it's working for you, Dogtown Ty, God bless. But, like, if I'm playing against somebody like the Pope blew a couple OB and I'm going, okay, well, I'm not going to hit driver here. I'll just get a bogey and I'm going to win the hole.
Well, on the flip side, then you're in your own head when you see your opponent throw one in the rough, and then you're like, oh, well, I've got an easy up and down here, and then you think, oh, I'll just put it right in the center of the green, and then you don't, and then you're worried about it. That's my.
I understand what you're saying. I guess I don't know. To me, I am so conscious of what my opponent's doing when playing match play and in stroke play. I couldn't care any less at all. Even sometimes when I'm gambling, I would rather put up a low round and lose money than put up a high round and win money, which sounds so stupid, and I think most people would say it is stupid. But
You don't understand stroke play.
I guess not. I don't know. That's how I am. So, anyway. Well, Dogtown Ty, congratulations on the Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month win. Congratulations on being in the championship with $2,500 on the line and the pot not chopped. And congratulations on having a flying Sibian, Doug. This guy is a flying Sibian.
And try to get your BMI index under control.
I don't think I can go any lower, Doug. I think I'm already there.
Well, I don't know. It's not what we're hearing.
You married, boy?
Thanks, gentlemen. Wait, am I married?
Yeah.
You married, boy?
Yeah, yes, I am.
Oh.
You have children?
No children.
Planning on
Maybe
it?
that's the golf scores. Yeah,
Planning on it, bro?
maybe. Who wants to know?
Tim.
Yeah.
You ever been with a man?
Oh.
No, I haven't.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. We didn't really believe that.
Dogtown Ty, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks, gentlemen. Bye.
Okay,
Dogtown Ty,
Dogtown.
Doug Milagro Tequila Listener of the Month. And in the championship of the Fan Page Club Championship, I mean, he's having a Loomster like 2022 in 2023. He's going to be nominated for Listener of the Year. He's got to be. Is he going to win it? I don't know. I mean, some people say it's Buck Swope's time, you know? But Buck Swope, to me, is kind of part of the show. I mean, he's got Swope's pins. He's the sergeant at arms. He's the show historian. He's a photographer, lensman. What do you call him? A
Shutter spook.
Right.
To be fair, though, KG in O-Town is our reigning listener of the year.
No.
Now he sits in the Horton Watkins studio.
So is Dogtown Ty going to be here this time next year?
That's the deal. Is you're immediately brought on. Yeah.
He's already done drone footage for us, hasn't he?
He has.
Yeah.
Great drone footage. I think it's sick. Drones are really cool. The drone cameras. Huge fan.
Good morning. I wish I was that fly in your studio, and then I would have only heard that sandwich story only one time in my life. That's from Chairman Steve.
I'm going to kill that fly before this show ends.
It's just going to be so tough. You got a swatter or some kind of thing that you can whip, then you can do it. But our hands are not going to get the job done.
He's just got to sit down. Like, if he sat down right here, it's tough for audio listeners, but like if he sits down right to my right, I will kill it. But he won't sit down.
I don't think you're quick enough to get him.
I like this Dogtown Ty guy. Let him have my butthole. That's from Brian Hench and Doug.
God,
And he
why
was in
always the second sentences?
And he was in the mix for the July Design Air Heating and Cooling Email of the Month win, but he just didn't. He no-showed it. Stunning.
Yeah.
A couple people thought Ty was the porta potty guy.
Yeah, anytime anyone calls in, they think they're the porta potty guy.
Will the lipstick lass be the next listener of the month? First female listener of the month. Thanks, that's Jose from Palm Springs.
You just got to apply. And that's how you throw your name. You can say, I should be listening to the month, but if you don't apply, you can't win.
Jose used to go to the Buggy Whip.
That's
right?
correct. Yeah, John Voight took him home, I think. Yep.
Bunchy Donovan?
Bunchy Donovan? No. John Voight. What was his
Ray
name,
Donovan
Doug?
was the show.
Ray Donovan. What was John Voight's character's name in Ray Donovan?
Bunky?
Mickey Donovan.
Mickey.
Here it is, Doug.
Okay, I'd like
this
to hear
is
it.
just for you, though. We could give it a second. You just got to...
Do you know what a size queen is?
Guy who's into big.
Do you know what a bear is?
Big fat guy. A lot of body hair, like a bear.
What was the name of the last gay bar you went to?
The Buggy Whip in Palm Springs. Last time I was there, I went home with a guy named Jose.
Oh, gosh.
Palm.
Why was he trying to prove he was gay?
I've never seen the show. Mark that, yeah. I've never seen the show, so I don't know.
He was hiding a murder or something?
I'm not sure. You know, that was a show, like many, that start off so strong and then kind of fizzle at the end.
Yeah.
Even got canceled before they wrapped the whole thing up on Showtime. Yeah.
Really?
Jackson on the Drops is fire. That's from Erin and the Chuck, and she has nipple rings. That's a big endorsement there.
Yeah, appreciate it.
If the lipstick lass will answer whether or not she's been with a woman, I think she's going to get my vote for August. That's all it takes.
Yeah.
She strikes me as a yes. I get the feeling.
I would say no.
Are we sure
Really?
it's even a girl?
Casey, you know, Tom, you said she's,
How many times have we been fooled?
She's real.
There you go.
I saw her with my own two eyes.
Oh, you did? You saw a girl?
Yes.
Erin and the Chuck just said, I'll throw my name in the hat for a listener of the month. I'm sure I've asked her 100 times, you've been with a woman. I think she said yes, too.
Yeah. Well, again, Aaron and the Chuck, just apply on TMS. I think she
You got to apply at tmastl.com.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're not eligible.
Right. It's super
Takes
easy to
10
do.
seconds.
All right. I think she might have. I don't know. We've had a good
Been with a
amount of
woman?
submissions. Yes to both that
Nice.
and applying.
That's so great.
But I don't know. I don't want to.
She has nipple rings. She's got to be sporting in there before she's been with a woman. I mean, that's where I am. That's how I do my math.
Yeah.
You agree, KG Noto?
I do.
Yeah.
You're spot on.
Would you say the same thing about like a sleeve tattoo?
I think that increases the chances also, yeah.
I agree. I think the nipple rings has greater impact on the chances, however.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
Well, you have nipple rings, don't you, KG?
Clamps.
That's right.
Right. Those are like detachable nipple rings.
Those will be going to Vegas.
Of all the absolute crap that Jackson watches, he's never watched Ray Donovan. That's from Beer Cats. Not happy with Jackson now.
What crap do I watch? I feel like I only watch the best.
You went to see the Barbie movie.
It was great. But I never saw Ray Donovan. It's kind of out of my purview.
Stop saying this word purview.
I think they did a movie since they kind of ended it, canceled it without really finishing it. They did a 2-hour movie, I believe, to kind of wrap things up.
It seems to be in vogue now. Breaking Bad's done that. Sopranos has done that. Community's going to do that. The movie at the end.
Aaron in the Chuck is just sent in a text. And she says, yes, I have been with women. Plural.
No, she just said that to get you excited.
Nope, she just won.
Yeah, she might have at least 1/5 of the electorate covered on September 1st. With
Know
the
your
Wanda
audience.
Tequila. Amen.
Right. And you command some a bit of
I have some
influence.
sway. I'm
Yeah.
like the majority whip in Congress.
Yeah, you're the big cheese. So.
Beer Cats is desperate. He needs to get a hobby. I have some chores he can do to kill some time if he wants. Jesus, that's from Mr. Fong, owner of the dildo shop.
Oh,
He marries ketchup.
yeah, you can get that done in just a few minutes and have the rest of the day free.
I can't imagine that takes too long. Just pouring.
Don't they
ketchup.
sponsor Piddle's Pool Party?
They
Whatever
do.
you
They do.
Piddle's pool party.
I mean, I couldn't have been more surprised when they're like, hey, the thing where Jackson asks you questions, it's sponsored. And I go, really? I'm like, who is it? Angry Beaver? I go, Angry Beaver? How about that?
Yeah.
I would have thought if Angry Beaver's advertised, they'd be on this thing. But no, they're on Balloon Party. How about that?
They wanted a piece of me.
Smart
Yeah.
move.
You
Smart
asked
move
Tim
on
all
that
these
part.
questions?
Nope.
I do. Yeah.
He does. He does a nice job with it, too.
Thank you. Yeah. Sports Business Newsletter coming at you.
I like that. Oh, that's good.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on in the sports business realm.
That's what gets me going. I've been with lots of women. Tee-hee, that's from Stephanie at One Cardinal Way. Wow.
Now she's going to be in the mix.
I've been with a woman, too. Just
Yeah,
kidding.
they
That's
come.
from the total
Yeah,
package.
we're gonna have 20 of them now say the same thing.
I know a couple of gals with sleeve tats who are apparently complete dead fish in bed. That's from Beer Cats.
Come on, how would you know that? But he spent a lot of time in the Crystal City area. Crystal City Festus, where he found a hot wife.
That's right. What's her name again? How I Bought Him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting. The sleeve tattoo. I'm not as much into the sleeve as I am like a breast tattoo.
Really?
Like under the sternum. Yeah.
Oh, okay, that.
Yeah. That's pretty cool.
I love the sleeve.
I'm not opposed to the sleeve. Just isn't like insta fuel.
But once they get older, you can even see that tattoo?
I don't know. I've never met an older woman with a sleeve tattoo.
No.
Open to it though.
These people are going to look like oil spill on their body when they get to be 60, 70 years old.
What about a face tattoo?
God, even worse.
Somebody just texted and said I've had the rare FFF.
Yeah.
So then I was looking to see if that's a woman, and the text history, the last text was, "Can Al milk my mud plug?"
Oh, there's no such thing. Oh.
And they've texted in before as Doug Soft and Heavy Hog.
Oh.
So I'm gonna cast some
Block
doubt.
him.
I'm gonna cast just a tad bit of doubt.
Block him.
I have a sleeve tat. Let me gape you, boy. That's from Ray King.
Gosh.
Does Ray King? I've met Ray King. I didn't think he had a sleeve tat. He hangs out with that guy who looks like Gareth.
Yeah, it's his. He says he's his husband.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, congrats to the happy couple.
Mm-hmm.
I'm on board with it.
Are you?
Tim, I've been with many women. That's from Sarah in downtown, but that's from the text account known as Sniffin' Holes.
Yeah, that's another guy. They're all guys. Every one of them is a gentleman.
Not the
Every
lipstick girl.
last one of them. I don't care if they send in pictures of some other girl they found on the internet. They're all guys. Every one of them.
I don't think so.
Yes, they are.
Hey, Tim, can you please ask Iggy to address his comments yesterday on the Cardinals trading prospects for free agents? I'd like to learn more about that strategy. Thanks. That's from Harrison's brother, Master.
Well, I was talking about trades, so yeah, I misspoke.
Harrison's brother, Master, monitors Ken like nobody's business. Coming in hot from Lake Perry, sleeve tats aplenty. Doug, this is one of our listeners, but it comes from Engine Joe's Gay Ride Magic Man. So how is that possible?
It's probably just a mix-up on the name, and that's probably the real listener.
Oh, my God.
There was a gal at our pool with a shaved head, not bald, and all kinds of tattoos. It was intriguing, and I saw her sitting at a table talking to Chip Carey when I left.
Chip Carey.
That's from Steve in Wildwood. I'm a girl and I have the dong to prove it?
Yeah,
To Mrs.
like
Jenny Shanahan.
That's more like it.
My God. And he also has a screenshot that says cooked burgers that have been sitting out for longer than 2 hours should be discarded. The reason is that bacteria grow rapidly when cooked ground beef is kept at temperatures between 40 and 140 degrees. To prevent foodborne illness, try to refrigerate the cooked burgers as soon as you can. Mrs. Jenny Shanahan.
Thus, they were put on ice. So, yes, you're correct.
The danger zone, Doug.
And the flight attendants
10
had
years ago.
They had a box of ice right there, a cooler ready to go. They must have.
Steve Estapare has DM'd me. Just spoke with Sarah, and the ice story is 100% true. And she says hi to the crew.
Hi, Sarah.
Well, hi, Sarah.
There it is.
Yeah.
Iggy, I mean, that's huge.
You're off the hook.
It don't matter. Nobody's going to believe it.
It does say it doesn't matter.
Nobody's going to believe it anyway, so what does it matter? Like I said, I don't need to prove anything. Thanks to Sarah for doing that, but I don't really care what they think. They're not going to believe it anyway.
How can I prevent my anus from bleeding?
Oh.
Put it on ice.
That's a good answer.
Well, I'm glad you got your burgers.
So how'd you reheat them? Just stick them in the microwave, or do you do a whole thing?
No, just put them in the microwave.
Is that right? How was it?
I mean, not as good as if I got them right there, but they still were good. Just put some more ketchup on it, some more mustard on it.
Yeah.
Did anyone see like a flash of light there for a second, or am I?
Uh-oh, Jackson's going away.
It's just so fast.
No, I thought I saw like the lights went out for a second. Maybe I'm hallucinating.
Wow. Well, you got emotional on Balloon Party. Now you're seeing things on this thing.
Yeah, I'm losing it. Losing my fastball.
Maybe you were injured, and you ought to call Longo Biggs. That's CD Longo and Doug Biggs. If you're injured in an accident, things can spiral out of control quickly. Now, you might have a medical bill piling up. You might not be able to work or provide for your family. And you're probably getting the runaround from the insurance company you've been talking to. Do not fight this fight alone. CD Longo and Doug Biggs of the Longo Biggs Injury Law Firm will take all the complication and hassle out of your injury claim. They will deal with the insurance company and take the fight head on, allowing you to get back to what's important, which is recovering from your injury. CD and Doug are trial lawyers, meaning they will not settle if there's an obstacle or complication in your case. In fact, most cases have them. Doug and CD is going to overcome those obstacles, and they're going to take your case all the way to trial if necessary. Go to longobiggs.com, LONGOBIGGS.com. Longo Biggs Injury Law accepts personal injury, wrongful death, brain injury, and other catastrophic injury cases. Online at longobiggs.com. Remember, the choice of an attorney is an important decision and should not be based solely on advertisements. Big moment here. Did you get it? That's what you needed. That you need that Gatorade bottle. I thought you might have gotten it. Did you get it? Nurse?
I grazed it. I don't know.
You grazed the fly.
He's wounded, injured, but not dead.
I was waiting till your live spot was in because I was waiting if it was going to stay there. I kept moving this a little bit closer, a little bit closer. Well, we'll see. If we don't see him, then I got him. It really is annoying. Just one fly.
Oh, it drives me up the wall. This Steve guy is trying to save face for Iggy and his daughter. The bag is on the fan page, and there is no way it was on ice. And again, I talked to an actual flight attendant. They'd be risking a write-up or worse for doing that. That's from Hyman the Roth. Doug, there was a full-fledged investigation.
So we're back in question as to whether the thing really happened.
I mean, all I can say, there's really nothing I can say except that I talked about getting burgers from Vegas. I ate them. They put them on ice. You have spent the last part of 2 hours texting in about it, calling an airline.
That makes sense.
Asking if a stewardess could put this on ice. Get a life.
Yeah.
My God.
But don't say stewardess.
Flight attendants.
Good morning. Last weekend was National Swingers Weekend at the lake. National Swingers. You ever heard of that, Liggy? Iggy? Liggy?
Yeah.
Nurse?
There's a swingers weekend.
And it's at the lake?
I didn't know they had one at the lake.
Saw some pics of it on the Twitter tweets. There must be a high correlation between ladies in their late 30s and early 40s who swing and have a tramp stamp tribal tattoo. Thanks. That's from Uncle Cucker. Well, that'd make sense because the tribal tattoo, lower back tattoo, was popular circa early aughts, late aughts, that range. And so those lasses who were in their early mid-20s are now in their early mid-40s. And I guess are looking to be sporting.
What's a tribal tattoo? What makes it a tribal?
I think the thing that Joe has on his ankle was a tribal tattoo. It's like barbed wire kind of thing. I think.
Well,
I could
what does
be
the
off
word
mark.
tribal mean in that case?
Like Native American in that
Let me
sense.
see if I can just type in Google Images for you.
Yeah.
That's what I'll do for you. Hope you
So
like
the
it.
Native American
Hotmail
symbol?
screams douchebag. Here you go, Tom.
There's a whole selection of them. I mean, those are pretty elaborate tattoos.
What about that? Would you like that?
Well, no, I would never have a tattoo of my own,
What about-
tribal or otherwise.
Well, like a spider web.
No.
Isn't there someone who's had a spider web tattoo?
Bonnie Rotten. Yeah, that really...
On her boobs. Gross. She just had a kid.
How do you know this?
Follow her on Instagram.
And that's the end of
All right.
That's- I mean, obviously, you can't breastfeed.
Why couldn't you?
Well, I'm sure she's had silicone.
Does that mean you can't
I don't think you can breastfeed if you have
silicone?
implants.
Really?
Now someone's going to call plastic surgery or something.
Well, I preface it by saying I don't think you can. Maybe you can. I don't think you can breastfeed if you've had implants.
Jack is home.
I don't know how that would work. I
We
never
have a lot
thought
of
about
female
it.
listeners. Call in 636-9004-TMA. You can email in the morning after at InsideSTL.com. That design, air, heating, and cooling email that is coming your way in about 15 minutes. Then Jackson and I get our asses ripped for about an hour on 101 ESPN. It's called Balloon Party, driven by Munganist. St. Louis Acura and Alton Toyota. And John Denton is confirmed nurse.
John Denton, I mean, he knows that he's on with us on Thursdays, so...
It sounds iffy.
He might be sleeping in. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I can only do so much.
Well, gosh.
Look, buddy, if you got a sponsored segment, show up.
No, it's not a sponsored segment. It's
No, then show up when you want.
Tribal tattoos were big when Affliction T-shirts were big. That's Grimy from South County.
Yeah, Ed Hardy seems like that would be in the mix, too.
Yeah.
My wife has breast implants and she breastfed. That's from Doug's work husband.
All right, there you go. Answer the question.
Don't they put the silicone under the muscle? Isn't that right?
I don't know. I don't have a breast.
I thought that was the case, so that it feels real. So they put it all underneath.
Well, things change. I mean, women
Seasons
used to
change.
women used to smoke.
Expose, 1988? Is that 88 or
I don't know
9?
the years, Tim.
Women used to smoke and drink wine when they were pregnant. Now you're not supposed to do that.
No.
Now they say a glass of wine isn't bad for the kid.
I'm going to say 88 because it gets me 87 and 89.
You can't
87.
can't breastfeed with implants. Now I guess you can breastfeed with
That was
implants.
big. 'Cause I almost went 89 and I would have lost. Wow.
Do what
Doug
they
was
want.
Huge.
It's your kid and your breast. I don't care what you do.
I have nipples. Can you milk me, Greg?
You said that to your son before?
No.
Milk.
The
one of the best
lower back
lines ever in a
tattoo
movie.
for women, along with the stars on the back of the arms for the men, were popular during that time period. That's Scott's wrinkled ballsack, but not his wife.
Tattoo removal is a big business these days.
Tribal tattoos mean you have an open relationship with your brother?
Oh, gosh.
I believe in the great email that Misty Pop sent of the Vianney stepdad calendar.
Yeah.
There was something about a tribal tattoo on one of the stepdads they thought meant like strength, but really means pansexual sausage daddy.
Oh, is that what it means?
That's what the email claimed.
It means transsexual sausage daddy?
Pansexual sausage daddy.
Pansexual.
Yeah.
And pansexual is what again?
Attracted to everything.
Everything.
Yeah.
Nice.
Everything. Like in Star Wars, they're all pansexual.
Are they?
Because there's so many different beings out there.
Wouldn't they just be bisexual?
No, because like what's Chewbacca?
Good question.
Either male or female.
No, he's a Wookiee.
So they don't come in male and female?
I don't know. You'll have to ask George.
He
Lucas.
sounds like a male.
We might have him on if Denton doesn't respond.
That's correct. That's 10 o'clock on 101 ESPN.
A boob job.
We'll have the design, air, heating, and cooling email today coming up. This is the Ryan Kelly Morning After.
Biggie's Restaurant and Bar has been a staple of the community for over 30 years and is serving your favorites like the steak sandwich, waffle fries, and so much more. It's not just the food that's rocking. With a full bar and patio, Biggie's is the perfect spot for lunch, dinner, and a little laughter. Biggie's original hours are back. Open 11 a.m. till midnight, Wednesday, Thursday, and Sunday. And 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. on Friday and Saturday. Check out the full menu at biggiesrestaurant.com and stop in today.
If you're like most folks, you probably added some credit card debt over the summer. Vacations, projects around the house, just living costs an arm and a leg these days. Have you thought about a cash-out refinance? Maybe you think that mortgage rates are too high. Take a look at those credit cards. Most of them are in the 20% range. With a cash-out refinance, you can pay off your credit cards, and when mortgage interest rates come down, we will refinance your loan with no lender fees to save you even more money. TheHomeLoanExpert.com. NMLS number 1326241.
Hey, this is Tim McKernan of TMA, and I am thrilled to have new clients on board Longo Biggs Injury Law. CD Longo and Doug Biggs. And Doug, the thing I want our audience to know is that you guys are local and you guys are different. Tell our audience how you're different.
Yeah, Tim, both CD and I are from St. Louis area, born and raised in the South City area or the South County area, and we are also thrilled to be part of the TMA family now. If anyone signs up with us for an injury case, their case is treated like they are family. We get to know you, we get to know the ins and outs of your case, and make sure we represent you like you are part of our family. We're not like one of the large firms in the area who might take your case and just treat you like another number or another file. You'll get our personal attention. It's either CD and I who will handle your case directly, and if you are injured in an accident, please remember us. You can visit us at longobiggs.com, and that's Biggs with 2 G's.
The choice of a lawyer is an important decision and should not be based solely upon advertisements.
They say consistency is the key to success. They weren't wrong. So how about grabbing a beer that's consistently smooth, consistently refreshing, and consistently light? You might just find that the road to success can be pretty enjoyable. Michelob Ultra, the perfect balance of taste and refreshment, and only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Michelob Ultra Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
When we think of a real estate agent, we think of somebody simply selling our home or finding us a new one. I mean, they're all the same, right?
Okay, here's the comps. We'll take some pics, we'll post them, and I'll get back to you, okay?
A home is life-changing, and your real estate agent should reflect that. Honesty, integrity, and someone who will go above and beyond to make your dreams come true.
The Jeff Lotman Group with Compass Realty. We're different because you're different. We want what you want. Experience the difference today at jefflotman.com, bringing people and properties together.
Want to play golf with Tim McKernan? Go to the TMA app for a chance to win a round of golf for you and a guest at Norwood Hills Country Club to play with Tim McKernan Monday, September 11th, the day after the Ascension Charity Classic Tournament. And if you win, you'll get Ascension Charity Classic swag with lunch and drinks included on the course. Don't miss your chance to play golf with Tim McKernan. Find out more on the TMA app or at TMASTL.com. The Tim McKernan Show podcast, featuring long-form interviews with people from the world of sports, politics, and entertainment.
And our guest today, Bill McClellan. Thanks so much for coming in.
Hey, my pleasure, Tim.
What's up, Caden?
Hi, how are you?
Joe Buck, our guest today.
Man, it's like I haven't seen you in years.
More than 500 episodes and counting, and it's available wherever you get your podcasts, including the TMA STL app. Get the app now at TMASTL.com.
Here's Action Jackson with 3 more ways to get TMA content.
Get the TMA mobile app and enable notifications so you don't miss a thing. See our content on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. Stream us on the TMA mobile app and at TMASTL.com.
Thanks, Jackson. It's the Ryan Kelly Morning After on 105.7 FM HD2.
Hey, if you like the Morning After, check out Balloon Party on 101 ESPN. HD1, by the way. It's sports talk with Tim McKernan and Action Jackson from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. each weekday, right after the Morning After. It's the worst named show in the history of radio, but the content's pretty good, so check it out on 101 ESPN or get the podcast on the TMA app. Live from the Michelob Ultra Studios, KPNT-FM HD2, Collinsville, St. Louis. This is TMA All Day.
You gotta be on acid to understand what's going on this show.
The Ryan Kelly Morning After.
KPNT-FM HD2.
Collinsville, St. Louis.
We remember when you doubted us the first time, saying this is it, you've had enough. Cause like we hadn't won a game in 2 weeks.
when you said you needed space. What? Then you came around again and say, Cardinals, you're winners and you're going all the way. Avi, I've known this since opening day. I say, let's do this. We high five, you fist bump, I'm with you. Ooh, ooh, ooh. We're gonna win again this year, but ooh, ooh, ooh. This time, we're telling you, we are going to win the World Series. We are going to win the World Series. You go grab Wainwright, grab the key, grab the trees, 'cause we are going to win the World Series.
Only 10.5 out.
Duh. We're ready for this cold October nights. And Jay catching baseballs underneath the lights. And Mott pitching strikes in the nick of time. With a beard that's so much cooler than number 29's. We're gonna win again this year, but this time we're telling you, we are going to win the World Series. We are going to win the World Series. You go grab Wainwright, grab Matheny, go get Freeze, 'cause we are going to win the World Series.
A little pitchy there.
It's green. The song is evergreen.
I agree with that.
Right, because we're always going to win.
Yeah.
I agree with that. I like it a lot. I like being a bad boy.
What happens if the Cardinals win? What if they win like 9 or 10 in a row and get to within a few games of the Wild?
That'd be great.
Like
I'd be
that.
getting paid handsomely.
We'll just get to hear more and more of those songs. They all seem to have come out between 2010 and 2013.
Yeah.
Well, we're the new ones.
They came out in the 1980s. That's what started it.
Really?
Yeah, The Heat is On. I don't know if that's on YouTube. It's so good. I mean, it's so good because I was 8. That's why, you know. But it's the 1985 Cardinals, which really was a world championship team. And you had Jack Buck calls interspersed with a song that was super popular from Beverly Hills Cop. The great Glenn Fry, Doug, of the Eagles.
gosh.
Solo. He went solo.
I have it up here.
Yep, see what you get up.
I'll probably get an ad. Oh, no ad.
No ad. That'd be
Nice. And this is the bee's knees. It'll put you in a good place, Jack.
80s synths.
The heat is on. The Cards? They're the greatest. On the street.
Bob Gibson here, and the Cards are hot.
The
hottest FM in St. Louis. 103 KHTR.
There's some great stories that unfold in this world of baseball. But we may be part of yet another.
A double steal. And it's 5-0.
Baby down for a hit. It is. Here comes Ozzy.
Bart, the batter, sitting on 10 home runs. Make it 11.
Here's his pitch. Fastball hit to left. It's deep to the track. Rays could be. It's gone.
Doug, how glorious is
Ken
this?
Wilson.
See, you see what I'm talking about? That is a real song.
Right, that's different.
With great calls, Jack Buck, Mike Shannon, and Ken Wilson, you heard.
Uh-huh.
Then you got, you know, what we've had over the last 20 years since Who Let the Cards Out, which was a take on Who Let the Dogs Out in 2000.
Right.
So and then in 1987, the song was Shakedown, which was also from Beverly Hills Cop, but Beverly Hills Cop 2 or 3. Again, I don't know if you would know that. It was Bob Seger.
2, I believe, because 3 just came out like 3 months ago.
No.
Beverly Hills Cop 3?
Yeah, because my buddy John Ashton's in it.
Your buddy who?
John Ashton.
He's in it.
Yeah, he played Detective Taggart.
Came out in 1994.
3? What's the one they just did?
It's almost 3 years. Almost 30
Ripped
years.
from today's headlines.
What's the one they just did? They just filmed one.
I don't know.
Maybe it isn't out yet. I talked to John about
It's
it.
an there's an Axel Foley, Beverly Hills Cop Axel Foley is coming up.
So that would be 4.
Yes.
I thought there were only 2, and I thought this was 3.
There was a good song in the mid to late 90s set to Macarena that I think was based
Tony
on
La
Tony
Russa.
La Russa.
Mhm.
That was a good one.
I'd like to listen to old Cardinal games just to hear Jack Buck's voice again for 3 hours. I could do that. Any old game will do.
I still have the album, and my turntable busted like a month ago. But I would throw on that 64 one with Harry Carey and Jack Buck and listen to
I got
Cardinal
that.
64 highlights.
Yeah, that's great.
Come on, Maxie, take those kind. I forgot who was playing third base, but he dropped the ball. He's, come on, Maxie, take those kind.
That was Harry Carey.
Yeah, he didn't care. Christ.
Yeah, Harry was dynamite. Harry Carey used to be about the best in the business. You know, he kind of turned into a colorful cartoon character there at the end of his career.
Yeah, he did.
But in his prime, he was just fantastic.
I don't even know who's doing it now with John Rooney. Claiborne?
No, Ricky Horton.
Horton?
Yeah.
He's doing color analyst?
Play-by-play.
Oh, God.
What do you mean, oh, God? He's terrific.
I never cared for him.
You don't like Ricky Horton?
Not particularly.
What does he do that you don't like?
A few things.
Okay. Huh.
Cryptic, Doug.
Ricky Horton gets put on blast.
Yeah, he got hit today.
Well, I didn't even know he was doing the games.
Well, he has for years.
Yeah, it's been a number of years.
I thought he was on Fox Sports Midwest still. They're Bally's.
Illinois Recovery Center is the new premier inpatient substance abuse facility in Swansea, Illinois. When it comes to the disease of addiction, getting help should not be as difficult as it currently is. The Illinois Recovery Center's mission is to be the receiving hand in the community when someone seeks help. The IRC delivers a comprehensive system of care that welcomes both the individual struggling and family alike. If you or someone you know wants to learn about the Illinois Recovery Center, please call 888-472-9559 or email info@illinoisrecoverycenter.com. There it is, Illinois Recovery Center. And think about it. Apply. All these women, Doug, they all listen, don't they?
No, they don't.
To be the TMA Listener of the Month, presented by Milagro Tequila. Welcome to a brighter side of tequila with Milagro. Apply at tmastl.com. And, maybe it's your time. We haven't had a female listener of the month yet, which is surprising considering the demographics of the show.
No. Our text inbox is like the written version of a drag show.
We just spent 3 hours talking about In-N-Out burgers that I gotten 10 years ago.
Yep. Hot topic. Hot topic.
Yeah. Who could have seen that coming?
Jackson and I will carry that discussion over down the hallway on 101 ESPN.
Yeah, bring me in. I'll talk about it for a few minutes.
Balloon party starts. John Denton will be with us. Plus, it's the Little Piddles Sports Business Journal newsletter brought to you by Angry Beaver. That is coming up, ladies and gentlemen. It is now time for our Design Air Heating and Cooling email of the day.
Okay.
We're gonna win again this year.
Nice.
I'm telling you, we are going to win the World Series. We are going.
Why don't we come up with a song? We want people to have songs. Maybe it's
We're going to do one for the 2023 Missouri Tigers, who are going to shock the world.
Yeah.
Jackson and I are going, I might have you. I got a proxy now for the circuit contest. But for real, I really like the over on the Fighting Tigers, Doug. 6.5. Fight Tiger.
I don't know. I have to see him.
You beaker. You doubter.
Wow, you got called a beaker out of nowhere.
Yeah, believe in the squad, bro.
Well,
Faith
I
and
can
drink.
believe if I see something from them.
Drink the Kool-Aid.
Nice. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Design Air Heating and Cooling email today. The last time I flew home from Arizona, I bought 50 In-N-Out burgers and handed them out on the plane, but I kept one bag on ice and gave it to a friend without benefits when I arrived in St. Louis. True story. Thanks, Steve, 1 Cardinal Way.
Steve in 1 Cardinal Way.
Just stick to your mic drops. Your emails suck.
Oh. So that's a no vote for you?
Yeah, I would think so.
Okay, I didn't know.
I was almost with a girl one time, but it didn't happen. It was a cucking shame, too. 1994. I'd worked my magic on Crystal all summer. Like a super goober, I was bringing flowers and went to ask her out at work. She wasn't Ponderosa material, so she was a waitress at its sister shop, Bonanza on Watson.
Yeah.
Was Ponderosa considered higher up than Bonanza?
They were somehow related. It was on the TV show. The name of the ranch was the Ponderosa.
She was like, I'm flattered, but I already have a date. Up comes driving a LeBaron convertible with some pretty boy. I said some stuff I probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
And he was like, let's settle this in the walk-in freezer, tough guy. As the door closed, the dynamics changed instantly. He's like, I'm Kirkwood High boxing champ, and I don't want to mess up my brand spanking new khakis with your blood. Besides, I don't even like girls. But everybody expects to hear a commotion from in here. Must have thought.
Can't confirm.
What was that?
Going pretty good until then.
What was that sentence?
Must have thought we were in the MMA because he gave my backside the ground and pound with his now frozen lovesicle.
Oh.
That's from the Boney Express.
John Den. John Den, 10:15.
Wow, it's happening, Doug.
Okay.
You don't seem impressed, Doug.
I didn't think it was a great email.
And Young. Sneaky special moment during that genuinely great call from Dogtown Ty. Our sweet virgin prince hits the Calvin drop FS1 Doug that's guiding the media. Ken, no, it's not. He just told Matheny what to say, and Matheny said it. Perfect. Absolutely perfect. Thanks, and maybe stay tuned. That's from #1 Asian intern Brian Henshin. No YouTube channels to promote today, but I am envious of the phantom pooper who had the opportunity to have their bowel movement inhaled and metaphorically tasted by Mr. Tim. Wow, what an honor. Ken's jealous, and so am I.
Oh. Brian Henshin.
Hey, it's me. I know you're on vacation, but I'd like some waterlogged burgers about 3 hours from now. Can you stop your hard-earned time away from the daily grind and go get me some $8 cheeseburgers, Blue Mountain coffee I can get at Schnucks, and dirt from the Coliseum? Thanks, sweetie. That's from I had to download and re-download Zoom. That's why I was late to the Zoom meeting.
I had to download and then re-download Zoom. That's why I was late to the Zoom meeting.
Can't get Blue Mountain coffee at Schnucks either.
Good morning. I like to evaluate my direct reports based on their heat stench. At their year-end review, raises are handed out based on how often I got hard after smelling the fumes of their chocolate loaves.
Oh.
One cute guy, Trent, eats a tuna sandwich and Brussels sprouts every day. Needless to say, he gets the biggest increase every year because I have to change my boxers anytime I walk into a stall he's freshly used. Is Dak Hudson turning over a new leaf? Thanks, Danny Tanner.
No. Good question at the end. Danny Tanner.
There are so many questions on this morning's sode. Like, who is defiling the men's room with rotten mud? Who is Tila Tequila? Is anal a kink? What was Breaking Bad's best bottle episode? Was Chairman Steve unfairly censored by a power-hungry 25-year-old? Is Jackson chubby? Did flight attendants put hamburgers on ice? Or did he eat beef riddled with E. coli? And of course, the biggest question of all, is Las Vegas boring? I can't answer the other questions, but I can provide some clarity on that last one. In my experience, Las Vegas is only fun if you like concerts, comedians, shows, gambling, dancing, food, and pool parties with beautiful women in bikinis. But if you're a disgruntled senior citizen who only finds pleasure by lurking around a moth-infested breezeway while birds swoop past to eat insects off the walls as you sit there like Bruce Wayne being swarmed by bats in a cave, Vegas is probably not the scene you're looking for. Here's a free tip if you want to experience the high life. Head to the poor part of Maryland Heights. There you'll find an elderly masturbator taking a break from his day job of binge-watching Spanish soap operas so he can play golf video games on an Android with a cracked screen enveloped in a cloud of moths and menthol smoke. Nothing says excitement like a wheezing man bumming around a rent-controlled dungeon apartment while dozens of crickets hop on his unwashed Vera Wang comforter.
Oh.
So yeah, compared to that, a free trip to Vegas sounds pretty boring. That's from the JV Golf Coach.
JV Golf Coach.
Oh, my
And all those things you mentioned you can do right here.
And finally, According to Healthline.com, a kink is anything that both falls outside of the typical boundaries of what society has deemed quote-unquote normal sexually and is arousing, because what qualifies as a kink is dependent on what your social sphere qualifies as normal. It's highly dependent on a variety of factors, including time, social circle, media exposure, sexual history, and the sexual history of your partners. So someone who primarily listens to country music, which doesn't include much talk about anal, might consider their enjoyment of anal sex an anal kink, for example. On the other hand, someone whose favorite song is Truffle Butter might simply consider their love of anal a preference. So I went back and found Iggy's post from August 1st, 2013, thanking Sarah Estapare for bringing him In-N-Out burgers for lunch. This date is significant because it marked the relaunch of TMA on CBS Sports 920. Iggy was not there because he hitched his wagon to the golden goose known as 1380 The Woman. The photo of the In-N-Out bag was posted at 8:50 a.m. It appeared to be next to a programming rundown for 1380 The Woman, presumably on Iggy's executive producer desk. Setting aside the implausibility that a flight attendant would accommodate an interstate DoorDash delivery, or whether Sarah would actually have the nerve to ask a flight attendant to ice her friend's burgers, the bag in the photo does not appear to have been iced. Moreover, the In-N-Out locations in Las Vegas all open at 10:30 a.m. Las Vegas time, meaning those burgers could not have possibly been ordered on the date of the post. Even if Iggy was posting the photo on the day after he ate the burgers, given the flight time and the time difference, it would be awfully late lunch. Most likely, Sarah picked up the burgers on July 31st, stowed them in her carry-on bag, sans ice, and brought them to Iggy at 1380 The Woman the following day. It's quite obvious at this point that someone is being lied to. Doug, that is Buck Swope has just closed an investigation.
Certainly has.
Prosecution rest.
Buck Swope with a very nice little email.
Wow.
Iggy, you have a response to the investigation?
No, not at all.
No,
Don't matter.
Comment.
No, I'm done with it.
Pleading the fifth?
Hey, pleading nothing. I don't need to respond to it. Nice breakdown of a kink, too. Go to Wikipedia and copy and paste it all into an email. Great.
Guess so you weren't impressed.
You seem on board.
Not at all. Just take all that time to do that.
Well,
Doug, do you have a vote? Jackson, I have to get our asses.
you know what? I thought the one that was the funniest was the JV golf coach.
He did do good work.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Kevin Miller's Boney Express, was it?
That was pretty good as well. The competition was good. I thought Buck Swope's was the best, so I got to go with Buck Swope, Jackson.
I'm Team Danny Tanner with the Brussels sprouts.
So KG in O-Town gets to control Congress for the first time in his part-time career?
Yeah.
Wow. JV golf coach.
JV golf coach.
How about that? Yeah.
Well, I think listen, JV golf coach was great, but I think Buck Swope led a wonderful investigation.
It's all hearsay.
You think it's hearsay? So you think I had to get thrown out?
Yeah.
I didn't look at the picture closely enough to notice all this.
No, why would you? You have a life.
Well, they don't feel that way when they listen on 101 ESPN, and they're about to tell us about it. Doug, you can switch on over now to the YouTube channel for 101 ESPN. They will not be happy. John Denton will be with us at 10:15. They won't be happy with him either. And plus, it's a Little Piddles Angry Beaver Sports Business Review coming up on Balloon Party. Time for us to shut it down. For Jackson, for KG in O-Town, for the vacationing plow, for Kenneth Iggy Strode, for my brother Kevin, for Douglas Sullivan, up to McKernan. It's been the Ryan Kelly Morning After from the Michelob Ultra Studios.
Hey, if you like the morning after,